It's disappointing to me, and it's sad, but at the same time, just once again, all the detractors, they said this was going to happen, and they were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him.
No, fuck all that noise. Get you a bottle of gin from Total Wine. Fire up your TV. Drink your gin. Drink your gin. Consequences have actions, Pep. Here's what you gotta do. Drink your gin. Drink a Pepsi later on. Play you fucking WB champions. Consequences have actions, Pep.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him. Stop being a fucking victim. You fucking bitch. You fucking asshole. Own your shit. Own your shit. Own it. Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself, bitch?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him. You're still on mission 1. No, I'm not gonna let you lie. I know you're lying. I'm gonna pick on you. I know you're lying. Being dishonest and begging for money and people wanting justice. He is not a real person. He is not genuine. He is not honest. He's a scammer. I just see a scammer.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. I just see a scammer. Begging. Like, we totally fucked him. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I understand everything now. I know why there's this hate wave on him, and it's been on him for years. It's because of this bullshit.
American Mall.
That being said, hello. This is Phil Burnell. All right. And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. ALT Insider, the legend, fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist, Steve to the dead, psychological style host. Get well soon, man. Me or cat, artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
If there was ever meaningful content, it's being produced right here on That Being Said.
Oh my God. I just don't know where you come up with these ones, Steve. Ah, brother.
Seriously, just couldn't believe it happened in public. That's all, you know.
Oh, I know. Oh, okay. Hold on. The very model of a modern major general of information.
There we go. Hello. We're back. That was no problem. I don't want to hear anything. A lot of nonsense happening. Yeah. Last night the power flickered, and that kind of fucked a lot of shit up. All kinds of stuff. You can't even believe what it fucked up. No, that's not the reason.
You didn't have to restart your computer and open all your browsers again, did you?
You goddamn right I did.
Oh my god.
And I'm tired of it, to be honest. What's up, everybody? We're here.
That's rough.
We're here for have some fun on a Friday. And I'd better be honest, the Fridays, I wish it wasn't the Friday day off, but here, we're Friday, it's a day off, we do a show. That's how we fucking roll, you know what I'm saying? So, we got some news, though. Sad news, actually. As you can see, Meerkat is not here. And I want to tell you why. It's not because of vacation. It's not because he's busy, because of the CEO of Microsoft. He has the coronavirus.
Oh, my God.
What are we going to do? We can't change it.
He's fallen victim to the pandemic. Well, actually, that's what I'm saying. That's going to get us in trouble on YouTube, isn't it?
I think it probably, don't say that. Yes, do not say that.
I
we
mean,
don't agree with that.
Put your hands in chat. That's it.
That's it. Yes.
Honestly, it could be something like he went to vacation. We don't know what country he went on that vacation to, right? I mean, that's
true.
Could be it.
Could be anywhere.
Hold on. I got to mute myself and yell to someone to close the door because someone opened the door.
Okay. You didn't mute your mic that time for us?
Not for you, but I muted it for everyone.
God. You didn't have to call your wife that. Oh, my God. Please,
there we go.
The slurs.
Took care of business. I didn't say any slurs. There was no slurs there.
My mistake. Excuse me.
Just harmful language.
I'm having a rough day. Just being honest, I'm having a rough day. My dog broke my glasses. And it's so okay. To be fair, there was a little crack on the edge, right? So little crack. And for my dogs, when they do something nonsense like fighting inside the house, we say get in the cage, right? It's kind of timeout system. Yeah. But we don't close the door. They're kind of told them like, hey, get in the cage and stay there, right? All right, that's the plan. But then we're playing Smash Brothers, and obviously I'm crushing. And we go to the No. Me and my kids were playing, and Chu was playing Smash Brothers, and we get to overtime. Okay, it's me versus one of my kids, and I win. So I go, yeah. Easy. And for the dogs to go out, we say, okay, like a happy okay. And they took that as okay, we can come out, and they ran to me and to like kind of lick my face, and boom. Right in the thing, cracked it. So now I'm looking at I have my old glasses on. I can't see shit right now. Anyways.
Is it the same dog you showed me the picture of the other day?
Yes, that guy. That big one. But anyways, enough nonsense. Let's get to business, what people are here for. Steve in the house, how you feeling, my friend?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm amazed because I discovered that my cat is a hybrid cat.
Ooh,
yes. I don't know if you knew this, but yeah. Mine's a hybrid cat. I think yours might be as well, actually.
Actually, mine is not a hybrid. Mine is a mono-style cat. I don't know what you call that.
Mine are single-purpose cats, only quad versions.
I love how he did explain the declawing thing yesterday again, and he always has to go in so far detail, which makes you wonder, right? Yeah. It's pretty simple, right? If you say, like, yeah, my cat was declawed, we got him, and it's kind of the end of the conversation, but Philip goes for about 10 minutes, you know?
Nobody wanted him. He'd been there for ages, and everybody had rejected him. And then he found a place in our hearts.
I'm so glad you brought that up because who would ever say, "Oh, a declawed cat"? Ugh. No, I do not want one of those. Like, obviously, you don't want to declaw your cats, but if it's already happened,
if it's already done, it's done. You know, you can't.
Oh, get this disgusting mutilated animal away from me. Ugh.
Yeah, can I see that cat?
You adopted like a pet in need.
Oh my God, what's wrong with you?
Oh. All right, we got a lot of ground to cover, so enough nonsense. Let's get to it. For my React style, not your fault. No, we're here to banter and have fun, of course. We do want to get to before we get to this, what you see on the screen now, a quick style retro React style thing. And in this case, we have a special retro React style thing, which is something that Be Awesome one sent from way back in the day, and I will read it for you because I know it's not the clearest of things. This is from the IRC chat. All right, this is a long time ago.
What's IRC?
This is from Phil's IIRC chat. This is where there was it was a way of chatting with people online. Is kind of all you need to know. Were you ever a user of the IRC chat, Snood?
Obviously. You can
when did you use
chat,
it?
Please.
What games were you using for that?
StarCraft, Brood War,
That's it.
Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Okay. I was going to ask if you had gotten late at that point, but I realized there was no need to. Anyways, moving on positively, Phil said, the names are a direct violation of chat rules. Just because the website is down thanks to idiots, and I can't list the rules, doesn't mean they don't apply. My chat, my rules. I like what, he did say, what did he say? My chat, He said recently something. I said it Philip is clearly pro bag. What was it again? I can't remember it.
My chat, my choice.
My chat, my choice. Yeah, my chat, my choice. So Philip is
Keep
coming
your
out as
dents
pro bag.
out of my chat.
Very brave of Philip to be pro bag.
Wow.
Very great. Anyways, this is back in the day. He says, "My chat, my rules," and someone says, "What rules? Where are the rules posted? What rules? It might help to have them visible." And these are clearly people trying to troll him. And then Stevie T says, "This chat feels like a dictatorship," and Philip responds with, "It is." So there we go. It is.
Cue the Reichstag right now.
Make no mistake about it, bitch. It is.
It is. Is it the United States of Phil? I am the Grand Supreme Leader. What I say
have freedom of
goes.
speech.
Nope. One
This is
more.
my land.
One more funny one here from back in the day. Again, thanks to Be Awesome One for sending these gems from the past. This one, it's kind of long, so I'll just read it. Hey guys, this is after this same thing happened, right? The same kind of thing. Hey guys, there's 36 of you. You can talk. It's cool. I swear. LOL.
Why is it so quiet in here?
When you say it's a dictatorship, people might get scared to talk. You know what I mean? So
Those are just
there we
trolls.
go. Yeah. Say, please be sure what you say when you say. Don't say detractors anymore. We are trolls. Okay. I want that to be very clear.
He put
What's the
detractor.
difference?
Detractor is a more extreme troll, apparently. which
Yes.
I would have thought the inverse, right?
You'd think. McDougal says, snort, ALT is old. Phil keeps begging endlessly. Thank you, McDougal. I agree with some of that. Not
agree.
all of it, though. Anshul says, can we hit the tip skull before the stream begins? Definitely. Big ups, Anshul.
I don't know
McDougal
what's
busting.
gonna happen.
McDougal busting. Mr. Extravagant busting. We busting. Lemonhead busting. Mr. Extravagant again saying, if we hit the tip skull, we'll bring Meerkat back. We got to get that COVID out of his system first, but we'll definitely happy to have him back as long as he gets it done. Who knows where he went for vacation? That's what we got to find out. That was the cause of this deadly
his passport.
disease. Dewey in the house says 24 months of being dented. Big ups, Dewey, for the 2 years. Hate Army says, in China, they say, close the damn door, Chew. No, I was yelling at a child, not Chew. I would never yell at Chew. If I yell at Chew, I'm out.
Much
Quick.
better.
Quick. Petting and Sin in the
she'd
house.
just shut your ass up. She'd make fun of you something,
She just,
dehumanize you. I don't know.
as you heard, she just ignores. That's what happens. I have no power
True.
here.
Very true.
Vikes says ALT measured Catherine's waist with a Best Buy receipt. No, Vikes, that is not true. Best Buy receipts are
that.
for measuring, fallacial girth. Yes, not wastial girth. That makes sense. You get that in the replay.
Fallacial girth. That's good.
fallacial girth. You get it. You'll get it in
Well,
the
it has
replay.
to be hard.
Absolutely. And just in case, I see Dale is in the house here to the right of us here. I am white, just so you know. Just letting you know.
Good. Sorry. Thank you for clearing that up.
Just so you know. Some people might not know that, so they should be bigger than me. Why is it so quiet? That's what Philip. By the way, that's what Philip said. I'm not saying any of that myself.
The abject silence after that moment from everyone else in the call just right.
Why does everyone get so quiet? Jasper the cat says, stop reminding me of my mutilation, dudes. I'm so sorry, Jasper. So sorry, Jasper.
I got a lot of work to do. I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. Indrid Cold with the 25 months. Big ups,
There she
Indrid
is.
Cold. You should think about streaming, Indrid. You ever tried it? You might be good at it. Who knows? ES says, Phil wanted Rambo's dictatorship. Ah, clever.
Yes.
Some Gator says, get well soon, Meerkat. Something that caught me was Phil's agastment over people investigating him. Do you think it's honest shock or pretending when people call his school his... Do you think it's honest shock or pretending when people call his school his folks or his viewers? Is it honest shock?
What do you mean? Like when people call his?
Because people have called a school to verify the valedictorian shit like that. Do you think he's really shocked?
Completely
at that?
understandable, that one. To be
Yeah,
fair.
I mean,
Yeah. He does definitely make it seem like a bigger deal than it is. Like he acts like, oh, somebody called this school and gave and received some publicly available information. Like, I mean, that would be one thing if he wasn't the one to tell everybody what school he went to and when, what years, and what rank he got in the school, right? Like, because it's not that hard of an investigation at that point. right?
Exactly.
It's not even like it takes that much effort at that point.
Yeah, it's like anything that any public figure could get called. Someone could call a public place and ask a question about a valedictorian, about anybody, right? You know, it's just
Absolutely.
And you shared the
Find out-
information. Hey, it's not. Hey,
feel
school,
like-
Connecticut School of Douchebags. Who was a valedictorian in 1999?
Hey, was there
Not
a
even that.
gouty pig roach named Phil going to school at some point?
Go ahead, Steve. I cut you off though.
Yeah, so no, it's I don't think it's necessarily like genuine because he seems to already have this preconceived idea that detractors are going to do this anyway.
Mhm.
So, you know, you can't really be like shocked or offended when it happens. Like, and that you can project it to such an extent that you could go, you know, they would have swatted the zoo. So you're already like anticipating literally everything
Mhm.
being affected by it. So when it does eventually happen and it justifies, see, I was right. I was fucking right.
He explains it to people like as if people have been rooting around in his garbage, getting him
Yeah.
about him. Like,
Yeah.
you would
Yep.
believe what they did next. Next, they like looked at my video that I posted and remembered something.
You get this. You gotta love this, Tolo.
Yeah.
Tolo Mayo. That's your name,
Some of
right?
the people here have been watching my stream for literal years. Can you believe that?
Big ups to
Real
Zombies
ones
for
were here before I started clipping myself.
Uh-huh.
They used to do that before I did.
Uh-huh. All right, we'll move on to the interview in a second because
Yeah,
there's a lot of
sorry,
stuff to get in there. Zombies in the house and Snood popping his 25 months as well. Have you ever thought about streaming, Snood? You might be good at it. Who knows? Let me think about it.
We absolutely have to establish that I am not.
Okay, gotcha. Just want to be clear. All right, before we get to the interview and break that down, I do want to get to this. So, as you know, a certain gentleman known as LTG has been harassed by a certain gentleman living in Renton, Washington. I'm honestly had enough. I'm about to call the authorities myself. But you thought the last thing was done, right? The last week,
Right.
we thought, okay, it's done now. It's over.
Makes sense.
Unfortunately, that's not true. As we learned from this stream that happened 2 days ago from a certain Dale. This is he'll explain it. Go ahead, Dale. Please take it away.
Why the fuck is this?
Why are you
Why the
muted,
fuck is
Dale?
this
Oh, my bad. Dale, please don't mute yourself. I got you. It was muted for me only. Go.
Reynolds ass nigga messaging me on?
Hold on. I gotta hear that again.
Why the fuck is this? Why the fuck is this Burt Reynolds ass nigga messaging me on Twitter at 2:16?
Oh,
Bro, just-
216.
No, okay, hold
Get
on.
the
No,
fuck
hold
off
on.
my fucking.
Go ahead.
Is
Yep.
LTG and PST as well as Phil?
I do not know the location of LTG.
Okay, I don't know that either. But so I mean, it's funny that it would be. So Hate Army is saying yes. So there you go.
Okay, there we go. So there we go.
There you
So there's no conversion of
shit.
time zones. It's 2:16. Philip in bed. Oh wait, LTG gets into it. Go ahead.
And so weirdo, bro. Look like he's streaming out of a closet. Keep talking about a setup, nigga. I'm the one that told you to get your fucking setup fixed. You stupid ass nigga.
So real quick, that confirms that Philip was making fun of Dale's setup in that message, right? That's because I think that's what he's referencing, right? Is the message itself?
The response, wasn't it? Phil had a bit of a go about like the cheap soundproofing foam behind him and like the cat tower, even though none of his cats are never on it.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Oh, yeah. How dare they? Remember that? My cat actually is
idiot.
here on stream sometimes. Okay. Okay, bro. You
Yeah,
got
I'm
him.
not buying him anything. He had to climb on my chair. Fucking.
It's like he doesn't even lock his cat in the office during the day while he's streaming.
I thought about a funny, like,
you
if
want to
we
buy some of it.
if we had like $1 million, of course, if we had $1 million budget, we could make Saturday Night Live or whatever style. We should do like a gang fight, but like using Philip's arguments against, LTG.
Right, yeah.
yeah.
A bunch of rowdy
You know what?
youths.
You want to go? Come on. My cat shows up on my stream. How about yours? Like, whoa.
You're not even wearing a button-up shirt from TJ Maxx, idiot.
Whoa.
Work on your crispy.
Whoa. Oh my. Do you know what peanut butter is? It's fat, oils, and grease.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That'd be good.
He dresses step into that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking dick.
Uh-oh.
Look like he's streaming out of a closet. Keep talking about a setup, nigga. I'm the one that told you to get your fucking setup fixed. You
Correct.
stupid ass nigga. Fuck
Correct,
off my
Amundo.
fucking dick.
Ooh.
That are full-fledged man with Mega Man posters and shit in the background. The fuck out of here, nigga. This grown and sexy setup, bitch ass nigga. Streaming out of a closet. This is a whole goddamn room. Niggas a fuckhead, bro.
Nigga laying in bed thinking about low tier God.
Listen,
Nah, I'm saying shit in code because I'm not saying nobody's name.
Very well coded. I don't. Who is he talking? Are we sure he's talking about Phil?
I don't know. Who is he talking about?
What?
He said he looks like a Burt Reynolds, so I don't know. Who's that?
That narrows it down a little, I guess.
Looked over, seen his wife sleep.
Fuck, let me go ahead and fucking respond him. This shit's been eating me up for fucking days. Fuck, I'll just say something about his setup again.
Yeah, hear that? Let me say something about his setup again. And let me say LTG has one of the funniest DSP impressions in the business, honestly. You can't top that. Let me say something about his setup.
It's nice that he doesn't let accuracy get in the way of it still being funny, right? Because
Who
it's not
needs it?
exactly accurate, but that makes it
Who
funnier
needs
in
it?
a way.
Who needs it?
Fuck, let me go ahead and fucking respond him. This shit's been eating me up for fucking days. Fuck, I'll just say something about his setup again.
See? That's what he's doing. He's trying to start shit again. Clearly.
Like, man.
Can we just appreciate the line? This shit has been eating me up for days. Because it's like, that's true.
It is
you
true.
know it's just been in Phil's head for days.
It is true. It's wild. So Philip is in so desperate. That was when the streak was 2 days without getting hit, before we lowered the goals and stuff. So we were in desperation mode, and I think that's really what it was right there. It's like, oh shit, how we gotta get the streak back? I know, I'll poke the bear, and the bear in this case is LTG. And there, we haven't heard back yet. We'll see what happens there.
It was very quiet on that, right?
Uh-huh.
And I don't even think I heard anybody saying, "Hey Phil, did you see LTG responded to your weird 2 a.m. DM, Phil?" I didn't hear anything like that.
Yeah, he didn't really say anything about that yet.
Nobody
so
in
we'll
chat
see.
even brought it up.
Yeah,
to him, though.
we'll see if he needs attention in the next coming days. We'll see.
Yes.
It's his day off. He's getting around to it today.
We'll keep that in the chamber, right? Oh, he's taking the day off so he can really make a good
Watch
a
it
good
a few
one.
times, make a couple of notes.
Yeah, takes
plan it out in advance.
reading burns off of a piece of paper or from his
Yeah.
phone. Like,
Googling. Make some good
GPT.
burns. Oh, he doesn't even know how to use that. I don't use AI, guys. Come on. Scary.
Synonyms for dickhead. Right, let's see what I can use.
non-racist things to say about black guys.
Don't bring up child support without saying anything about child support, please. Anyways,
ALT, before we move on, I
Yes,
promised
please.
somebody that I would submit a short clip for a retro react.
Oh,
and
God, please,
I think we've had
please.
it in our Discord.
let me find it.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is.
Tries something.
Ah,
You're not gonna
okay.
see anything
DSP tries
disgusting,
it. All right, let's
but
go. DSP
it's worth
tries it,
watching.
boys. Hell
He'll
yeah.
try something.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
Here, live
Oh, different. Okay, sweet.
from my
Yeah.
kitchen. And as a special bonus, I
bonus.
promised you guys a double episode of DSP Tries It if we hit that subscriber goal in January of 2018 on my Twitch channel. We hit it. So this video is for you, and this is the second half special part of the video that everyone's wondering, what is it going to be? I mean, how could you top what I just did upstairs, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys...
This shirt
That was
is
the AD waxer upstairs, by
Yeah,
the
yeah,
way.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he's talking about topping there.
this shirt is extremely tight. That's all I'm saying.
It's holding on for dear life.
Moving on.
guys know.
I think Kat might actually be breaking the washer and dryer because all his shirts seem to be shrinking, even the button-up ones.
Well, you could do that from the inside as well, if you know what I'm saying. You could do that from the body out, you know?
I am on top of all of the hottest pop culture trends. I'm constantly...
Oh my God.
I'm feeling the pulse of the youth of the world, and I know what's popular and what's not,
Wow.
and I cover
How
it
you
as
get the
pertinently and
pulse?
as quickly as possible when it's white hot. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I've got something that's brand new that everyone's been talking about recently, and I'm finally going to talk about. You ready? Because it's brand new, it's hot, it's totally not from the past. It's something
Okay.
very pertinent, and in fact, I even got a special set and a special case for this event. Ladies and gentlemen, you may not know what this is. I'm about to reveal something. It's
Oh my
cutting
God.
edge, it's different.
Get on with it.
New, it's avant-garde almost. It's so
Avant-garde.
different. And totally, you've probably never seen anything like this before. Ready? In
I'm
fact,
waiting
right
to
here.
see it now.
You know, hold on to your butts because you're probably gonna have your pants fly off and you're gonna shoot out shit out of your ass. You're gonna rocket through the roof. You're so excited with what I'm about to show you. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, editing.
The spin
there's a cut there.
bin. You might say, what is a spin bin, Phil? Oh, you gotta be cool.
How long does this
to have
take?
something like this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show you. Pops open. Now, hold on, because prepare yourself. This is going to be a life-changing.
Oh my God! How long can this take?
2x speed or something, please.
Come on!
experience. Let me tell you guys and gals. When I first second I laid eyes on these, I mean, my mind was fucking blown.
Okay,
all
you already said that part.
Ladies and gentlemen, the newest, hottest thing. All the kids are doing it. All the adults are doing it. The elderly people are doing it. It's
How
crazy.
many times can we say this?
don't
This better be the
know.
best punchline of all time
Yeah,
in
this
here.
better be funny as fuck.
This is going to be hilarious, guys. Get ready.
People usually can't even move more than 2 fucking inches when they wake up. They're doing it too. Ladies and
What?
people usually can't. All the adults are doing it. The elderly people are doing it. It's crazy. And the elderly people usually can't even move more than 2 fucking inches when they wake up. They're doing it too. Ladies and gentlemen. These cool things, they're like weird thingamajigs or doodads. I'm not exactly sure what they're called.
We're
all
losing
right?
the momentum of
What
the
I have
show.
here is an exclusive set. What are they? I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out, right? It's kind of like a blue camo. See that blue military camo? You know, just in case you're fighting. I don't know. In the sea or in the fucking sky, in the clouds, you need this blue camo, I guess.
Yeah.
Very useful, very versatile.
Okay, so he doesn't know what fidget spinners are for. And remember recently, I think this probably was suggested to you, Steve, is he very much berated someone for suggesting he might need a fidget spinner. He very much did not like that suggestion. What do you think? What we want just not to touch anything? Is that what you want? We tie myself up?
Sit perfectly sterile and just not do anything at all. I'm gonna pick
Yeah.
my skin instead.
Is that what you want? I'll try to be like the LTG.
By the way, my
Is that
thought
what you
about
want?
that.
Yeah, go ahead.
My thought about that was that Cat probably has a billion of those, and Phil is sort of doing like the, he's sweeping for her a little bit there. It's not doesn't necessarily make you autistic just because my autistic wife has a ton of them.
My thought on that is obviously he saw the June documentary where it did say, I think he has autism. I think that struck a chord. And that's why he kind of brought up that detractors might be autistic as well. Remember he said the hyper-focus thing?
The hyper-focus, yeah.
That really struck a chord with him, so he's trying to the detractors are actually autistic, actually. They're hyper-focused, you know what I mean? Hyper-focused. And if you bring that up to him, like he might be, oh mama, you're going to feel the rage because I'm not autistic. I already said the detractors are autistic, maybe, So hyper-fixated, that's what he said, yeah. All right, somehow there's 3 minutes left.
Personal. So I'm not exactly sure
have
what
to
this
watch the
thing
whole
is.
thing,
I guess
but-
you're supposed to do
Yeah,
is you kind of spin it.
Nice,
Shit,
Phil.
well, you're supposed to put it like
Nice, well done.
Great. Look at the hand-eye coordination. Can't do a fidget spinner.
this.
It's a great
I think you're
pause,
supposed to spin it like this, and then you balance it like shit.
Great.
I don't know, I'm trying
This is
again,
where the
I don't
acting is
understand.
getting
It seems
in a little bit.
You would think, I've heard that everyone's using these, even a kid can do it. You would think that it would be easy to do. Maybe mine's defective or something. I don't know. Spin it.
I love the idea of being too autistic to use a fidget spinner.
These are the jokes. Got it? These are the jokes.
I love that
And we
we got there another they overfilled the bottle of water at the factory moment. Like,
Yep.
maybe
Mine's defective.
And look at that. Beautiful. About shit. The Jolly Roger, skull and crossbones on this one. I don't know if you can see it with the layer go. The Jolly Roger. That's got to be a good one, right? That one's going to be beautiful. I mean, we're definitely going to be taking off with. There we go. Look, see? Oh, you see, now this one's a lot better than the other one because shit.
Okay.
Looks, or at least maybe I'm just not.
Go ahead, Snood.
I think you get the point.
He's intentionally dropping them. He's like, it's not actually getting. He's like, this is the. I hate him so much when he tries to.
I doubt that he's genuinely dropping them. I doubt that he's dropping them on purpose. Sorry,
That's an unfunny
It's
enough
Phil.
joke. That's an unfunny enough joke for him to want to be like.
This is.
Whoa, guys! Look, I can't even hold on to them. Whoa!
The joke was the build up to it being just fidget spinners. The joke was all that, and then I think he's earnestly trying to do it and can't at this point.
Well,
'Cause it's Phil.
the cuts make me think it was more intentional. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Who fucking knows? Here's the ending of it. Let's hear the great planned ending joke he has.
If it was going to be one that was going to work, it was going to be the American flag. The red, white, and blue, we bleed those colors here in the United States of America. Hell yeah. Make America spin again. Listen, folks.
Oh, there it was. There you go. There it was. That was a planned joke. Make America spin again.
This is Phil signing off. I hope you enjoyed the most
Philip,
innovative
that one
toy
stopped
product
spinning.
on the modern market. See you next time.
What a grease lord.
Look at that
hair
face
right now.
Look at that face. All right, Grandpa. Let's go. No. This is 2018. So Catherine is about to move in. She's not moving in yet, but she almost is. She's coming within the next
Last
few
time we
weeks.
saw the kitchen, possibly.
That's what I'm saying is like that's where all these fidget spinners went directly into her hands.
Anyways, that was a good retro react, Steve. Big ups, because that was special. That was extremely special.
Shout out to the person who told me to submit it on in King Jad's Big Up Stream, whose username I've forgotten, but thank you for that.
Rude,
It was
very
worth
rude.
it for watching. Come on, go with it. He just can't help himself. It's great.
All right, so fidget spinners are bad. We learned that from DSP many times. But let's go now to so yesterday there was a very surprising interview. Kind of out of nowhere. We were guessing what the interview was going to be. Out of nowhere, kind of seemingly, there was a Tolo Mayo was announced, and a lot of people, including myself, was like, "Who is that?" I don't know. Did you know of this person, Steve? I know you've been in the game a long time. Did you remember this person at all?
No, I don't remember this person.
And Snood, how about you? Did you remember this person at all?
I done been watching this fool for nigh on to 10 years now, and I have never heard this guy's name once. I had no clue who this dude was.
Okay, so that's pretty. It was a pretty niche, let's call it niche lore person, let's say, in the vortex, and so that means, which makes what we're going to watch even crazier, kind of, right? Because so here's the announcement video, and I will. Thank you, Penitent Sin says correction. Snood has been tipping DSP 10 years. Yes, not just watching, tipping. Thank you, Snood.
Very untrue.
Do you? Before we get into this, do you want to do a tier maker of the best tips you've ever done, Snood, or would that be something interesting?
Well, I've done 0 tips.
Oh, sorry. Cheers.
That would be very fast. I've done 1 cheer, so that would
cheers.
and that got the hilarious reaction that we all know and love. So I'm going to put S. I'm going to put that in the S plus. Actually,
S plus. Okay, that's good. Maybe we'll get you and Atlas together. We'll kind of make a whole.
Atlas is a wonderful content creator, and I'd be happy to
just making sure. Just making sure. Okay, let's move on positively here. So this was the announcement, and I will try to. I don't want to give the whole story, but I want to tell you I'll stop it the first time he lies. Okay, that's what I'll do. So let's watch the announcement, and when I hear a lie, I'll stop it. All right, let's
keep
go.
Your finger poised over the space bar.
Here we go.
Hello everyone, DSP here, and I'm adjourning my streaming day.
Okay, come on.
Hello everyone, DSP here, and I'm adjourning my streaming day. And I want to make a quick announcement both for those on stream.
Well, we'll give that one.
There was a late stream, so yeah, you didn't adjourn your day.
We'll give him that one.
And those watching on demand right now. So I'm making a little separate video about this to break it out.
Okay.
So you know what's going on tomorrow.
To break it out.
I have a new.
You mean to break it up? That's nothing, but it's fine. To break it out.
That's
Break
for my
out.
level 1 podcast. At least let me confirm that it hasn't canceled. I don't think it has.
It hasn't canceled.
Tomorrow, I just want to confirm that
Do you think he meant
promise.
like the word "they" there? Like they haven't cancelled.
Who knows?
It's like Toledo or whatever his name is put like a Google Calendar invite and was just like, I'll cancel it if I can't show up, Phil. Okay?
Yeah. Let me see if it has canceled.
To deliver here. No cancellation.
Okay.
All right. So basically,
No cancellations. All going well.
tomorrow I'm going to have a guest on my show. Someone who many of you probably have no idea who this person is.
Yep.
It was someone who I had association with about, 7.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Allow me to explain.
Please.
So back in early 2017, the YouTube adpocalypse happened. And at that point, I had to change from being a full-time on-demand content creator to a full-time streamer. I had to adopt all these new mannerisms.
I'm going to stop there because I don't even know what that means. New mannerisms.
I've adopted them.
New mannerisms. Okay, let's keep going.
Interacting with my stream chat.
That's true.
Doing shout-outs for contributions.
Correct.
And the like. At that point, I was streaming on
Oh
Twitch
wow,
TV.
that's a lot to adjust to.
A lot. You heard that list? It went on forever.
At that time, basically there were some things that were happening. Like there was you know, you get like, oh, watch this person and relate it or something like that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was at one point I was actually trying to branch
Makes
out
sense.
And
That
I was
is not
trying to
true.
cross over.
This is not true. Philip did nothing actively to reach out to anyone in this situation. It was something that Twitch did automatically. Let's keep going though.
To other content creators. And there was one particular person who I was very friendly with.
They had no interaction before the first auto host happened. So auto hosting was when you say, when I'm done, it's like a raiding. It's just raid. When I'm done, you go watch them. And as we heard yesterday in the interview, Tolo set up 2 streamers for that. He set up DSP and a, let's say, very robust Korean woman that was streaming games sometimes, let's say. You know what I mean?
Sorry, what is the woman's name? Hold on.
I believe her name was Velvet 7, thanks to Francisco. And
Thank you to all the pervs in chat.
Hold on a second here.
Let's just say she's not known for her gameplay or anything, right? As far as I know. But Velvet 7 and
she can't be all bad though.
oh, definitely. So Velvet 7 and DSP were Tolo's 2 auto hosts. Those were his auto hosts. It sounds to me like Tolo has a little sense of humor. You know what I mean?
Clearly taking the piss, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, come on. That's bona fide. That's a bona fide like endorsement right there. Come on.
And also before this had happened, Tolo on his own Twitter had mentioned the incident, had mentioned how bad DSP is at games. I showed those on WPIG yesterday before the interview. Tolo knew of Phil and knew he was a meme, and he even said so himself. But yes, Philip is saying they're very friendly. Before this happened, there is no proof to that, as Tolo would explain it during the interview. But let's go ahead, Phil. Continue.
I would go to their streams and I would like be in the chat and talk with them when they were streaming gameplay. And then
After he was auto-hosted back. So Tolo auto-hosted to Philip, and then Philip would do the same because, I got a friend. And then he would do the same thing. Philip would be in the chat for 5 or 10 minutes by his words, and that was it.
sometimes they would be very nice and come by and talk during my streams.
That is true.
And we were very friendly. And actually, this person helped me over 2017 with various projects. For example, when I was playing Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, this person coached me to figure out how to...
Okay, so we're not going to play that part of the interview because we got a lot of parts to play later. But Tolo would say it's an over-exaggeration to say I coached you. He said something in chat. That's how Tolo remembers it. So keep going. This is all about retcons today. I hope you like your retcons because that's all we're doing today.
Do a dual wielding build, which I never knew how to do. I didn't even know you could dual wield in Dark Souls 2.
So it wasn't in the guide I read.
No. They didn't explicitly tell me that at the beginning of the game when I started it.
My guy didn't say that part, interestingly enough.
Another sword in my other hand.
This is like someone saying turn up snood, and I say, oh, thanks. Thanks, Angel Mendoza, for coaching me on this stream. Thank you.
Good, for almost a year, I would say. And then what ended up happening was we decided that we wanted to do some content together. Like we were talking that we were going to do a collab, and one of the collabs...
There was no talking together at all. One side decided it would be funny to do a stream with DSP. Again, I'm going to tell you the truth every time I know it. Go ahead, Stu.
It almost feels like more like a prank on his own audience that, okay, you were just enjoying my stream. Now here's this guy you can look at instead. What was he just doing with his hand? Just that last 5 seconds?
This is, I believe... Okay, let's see. Let's go back 5 seconds here.
We decided that we wanted to do some content together. Like we were talking that we were going to do a collab, and one of the collabs was
this one is
content together. Like we were.
This is I call this shaking the invisible bracelet. Very tough maneuver. Okay, if you got a lot of oil buildup on your skin, sometimes you want to do the invisible bracelet twist, and it shakes off the oil. It releases it into the air, and it's kind of a way to dry off a wet arm or something. And you'll see it here. It's very well performed here. Watch this.
Very advanced technique.
And then what ended up happening
look at this.
was we decided that we wanted to do some content together. Like we were talking that we were going to do a collab.
See? There it is.
One of the collabs,
Invisible wrist.
Catch it.
Invisible wrist. It's very difficult.
What we were going to do was
massage into the massage, forearm massage.
Yeah, he's palpating the area now to sort of get more goo out.
Okay.
Is it like that thing that you used to do when you were younger and Ali G was out when you'd be like that and flick your hands?
I couldn't do it, but I know what you're talking about. That thing. Yeah, I can't do it.
Licky.
Monster Hunter, because Monster
Hunter. It's what's the guy? The British guy that does the funny stuff. Ali G guy.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Boomgalakacha or whatever. That's what he does. Yeah.
There was a game that I had never really played before, and I was interested in doing. And at that time, I did capture for my Nintendo 3DS XL, and I tried a Monster Hunter game, but I played it solo. And
fingers
quite
getting
frankly,
right
playing
in
those
the-
games solo
the
was quite
white.
boring. So we were actually planning on doing a Monster Hunter collab, and actually we
They asked him to do it, and he responded with a no. That is the planning.
had plans to do another collab with other content creators, and all this stuff was in the works.
That's Cryotic, the person, the huge streamer at the time. Cryotic was working with Tolo. Now, when I say working, I mean excuse me, I shouldn't say working together. They said, "Hey, wouldn't it be funny if we did a stream with DSP?" And they asked DSP, and DSP turned it down. That's all that was. Let's go forward positively.
Okay. Now, what ended up happening, sadly, is at this time, this was when my detractors.
Okay, so to give the truth of the matter, a few detractors went into Tolo's chat to say, like, why are you interacting with Phil? That's it. Okay, that's what they did. Why are you interacting with Phil? He's a douchebag. He spends money on mobile games or whatever. Even the meme was already out at that point, I believe. Everything Philip did bad, basically, right? He begs for people, that kind of stuff. And that was the extent of it, right? That was the extent of it. But let's hear how we, the detractors, canceled this partnership.
Literally went from being, oh, we don't like Phil, let's make fun of him, to literally, let's ruin Phil's life. And so what happened was they found out that, because I
Do you not
talked about it
remember
on
the
streams and stuff. I
Detractor
was like, yeah, I went
Council
to History
General
Week of-
Meeting of
Yes.
2017?
That was a great one.
I was sick
Huge
that
event.
day.
That was great. Dude, Tevin was so drunk. It was incredible. He went streaking. Meerkat was there, taking body shots off of Snood. It was nuts. Fun. That was a
Jai
great one.
using the ceiling panel as a 300 shield.
Yeah. It
Great
was
days.
wild.
on my stream, I'm talking to him and stuff, and we're planning all this out. And systematically, what my detractors started doing was going over to his streams on Twitch and literally harassing him and his viewers. Like
Systematically
they would
mean
literally
in
go
that
into his
context.
chat and start
Systematically, like we time it. All right, Steve, you're in there at 7 p.m. Snood, you're in there at 7:05.
Yeah,
All right.
okay, good. Stay for exactly 3 minutes.
King Jad, you're there at 7:10 on the dot. All right, I want this on, people. Hurry, people.
The trains are running on time for this one. Okay? This is the system we have in place.
Stick to the program. Anyone
Trust
late
the
is
process,
out.
guys.
sitting there.
This
talking
won't work
shit about
unless
me
it's
and talking shit about
24/7.
him, saying why are you going to work with me and stuff like that. And basically after this, at first it's like, okay, it's not a big deal, but then they were like consistently doing it, like over and over, to the point where the guy's like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to control my streams if these
This is absolutely 100% fabricated, as Tolo would say himself later.
assholes keep coming by
Yep.
and trying to pull this. So sadly,
Humble the
I
balls there.
basically had to cut off all
Wizard
ties
Dorb.
with this guy and disassociate with him.
I had to cut ties with this guy. I had to cut ties with this guy. I, as in my choice, as in me and Panda decided to break up together. I had to make it. I broke up with her. I had to end this
ties.
relationship. Cut ties. Okay, cool.
Because of my detractors. And this is not something that either side wanted to do. Like, we were actually getting friendly, and this was a way for me to branch out and start collabs and stuff.
It
as
was
a
not something
No,
either
what?
side wanted to do.
streamer. And that's why remember the Keemstar interview I just did a few weeks ago, and he's like, what you need to do is reach out and collab, and I
Yep.
explained to him,
Dude,
I wanted
he's got a
to.
WWE Champions picture in his fucking frame now.
Well, obviously. Come on. That's nothing anymore. He already admitted that, Snood. Shut up. He already admitted it.
Sorry, you're right. I'm sorry.
I hope you're not
Sold
still
that
trying to
account
talk
ages
about
ago.
this.
Come on.
Dude,
Yeah, what's wrong with
Think
you?
about how 3 months ago, seeing that would have been news for a week for us, right?
Oh God! It's like we got to do a special episode.
Yeah.
We did. It was like 3 hours long. And we forgot to mention it for most of it.
Yeah.
Classic.
That was my original intention. My detractors stopped me from doing it, right?
Hey.
This was one of the first major cases of that. All right.
And all of that is wrong. All of that, Tolo would say, is not true. Continuing on.
So for those who don't know who I'm describing, I don't think a single person in chat just said his name. His name is Tolomeo, and he has
Tolomeo.
streamed consistently on Twitch for ages. He's known for like Monster Hunter and
Okay, we get the point.
FromSoft. Hopefully tomorrow.
Okay, so that's it. We got the point of Phil's remembering of the story. All right? Phil's remembrance of the story is, in a word, extremely flawed. And Tolo would say so himself. So let's get into the interview itself here.
You think that's an intentional thing, or is he just like literally gin brain misremembering? He
I
just built it
think
up in his head.
Yeah, that's a
this
tough
long?
question. I think he really didn't know, right? And he's just off his memory because, his memory is probably every single detractor, every single bad thing has happened, detractors are the cause of in his mind. I think he really does believe that. You know what I mean? So his brain kind of makes those synapses happen automatically, right? So
Yeah,
like,
his brain's filling in a lot of gaps, and he does that with
Yeah.
everything, right? It's like this, like the vaguest hint of something is that to the nth degree.
Yes.
Like, it is definitely that we were going to do a collab, and I'm branching out and I'm meeting other content creators, and there is nothing short of that.
yeah,
That's going to happen.
Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, that's like an aspect of the narcissist's martyr complex of sort of like wanting everything to be more of an endurance and more of a challenge and more of a big ordeal than it would be for everyone else. Because then it's like, oh, how I've suffered and I've endured and I've achieved great things and conquering all this stuff. But I think a lot of this will be like Phil deluding himself into believing I didn't have this. Like at the time,
Right.
I couldn't have this because detractors went into his chat and harassed him. So that, and then over time, it has become more encoded in memory because he's being recalled. Every time it's recalled as a memory, it's being like reaffirmed. This is your memory of what happened. So by this point, most of the bollocks he's told himself along the way is going to be like, that's his actual recollection of it from the time. And as we're about to see, it gets shattered a couple of times. And it's always interesting to watch his reaction to, oh, you don't agree with me.
And right from the get-go of this interview, when Tolo kind of stopped him the first time, it was like, ooh. He kind of perked up a little bit, like, all right, we're on to one. Because Tolo...
Did it feel like nothing? Did you think this was going to be nothing? Like,
because I watched the stream. Tolo did a stream the night before, and detractors like kind of flooded in there to tell him stuff. And I thought there was a chance because Tolo kind of said like, yeah, I mean, he pissed me off that one time because he put words in my mouth, and that pissed me off, And I was just hoping, the only thing I was hoping is that Tolo would stick up for himself at that moment and not say, yeah, Phil, that pissed me off, but we're cool now. Let's let's turn it into Keemstar interview, right? And it didn't. He did not do that. But we'll get the wrap up at the end, kind of the overall thoughts. But yeah, go ahead, Snood.
I was just gonna say, I feel like he felt the way that I thought felt, which was just confused. Like he seemed like he was like, I don't know what I'm doing here, really. Like, why am I here?
And he said that, he said that many times. Like, he kind of said he's on like a redemption arc. I'm like, I don't know what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? And he's like, all right, and that kind of says something that we're on like messaging Tolo for interviews. You know what I mean? Like, no shade on Tolo, but in terms of the Detractorverse and Phil's connections, that's got to be pretty low on the totem pole. You know what I mean? Like, no one's asking for the Tolo tell-all. You know what I mean?
Nobody knows who he is.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
just
not
tell
like
the audience some of your history with text notes. Monster Hunter.
It's just like how everybody had like forgotten about Brian, even though he'd done multiplayer with Phil a couple of times, and then nothing. Nearly a decade. So you just it slips out of memory because who's talking? Your big characters are like Phil and several members of Cat, because there's no one else.
So, where's the Brian interview, by the way?
Yeah. I know.
I thought it would be Brian. I thought it would be Brian. Where's
the Lugo? Come on, he's in the Discord. Like that's so sad though, and I feel bad for Lugo legitimately because Lugo's he's an oddball, let's say, but he tries hard. He puts effort into his content.
His Jedi training is coming along very well.
Exactly. He tries hard.
Clearly showers at least and takes care of himself.
He asked Philip, can we do an interview? And Philip turned him down like that because it's not a big deal.
How many viewers do you have?
Fuck you, man. Just give Lugo what he needs. He's been a fan of yours since the very fucking beginning. He was there for Ask the King number 3 or something. Come on. He's earned it, Philip. All right, let's go. Anyways, back. I'm not... I'm not simping for Lugo here. Lugo white knighting here. All right, anyways. First retcon I want to bring up is how Philip remembers getting banned from Twitch, which Tolo, so very deftly brought up, I thought. So here we go. Here's some talking about being banned from Twitch.
There, because not long ago, right?
He was talking. It started with, I don't know how you're still streaming on Twitch, Tolo. It's a really bad website. I don't know how you're there.
No, that was not quite. Started. He was like, I gotta give you credit. Oh my god, you're such a great guy for still streaming on Twitch and dealing with all the nonsense.
Oh yeah. And then Tolo clapped back though, very well. Don't do this to me.
Oh, Chew.
Choose watching One
Shut the
Piece.
door.
Choose watching One Piece medleys. All right, come on.
Because
One
they're
Piece
so
character now.
weird with the
Yeah.
way that they do business. Like, I remember that was one case where I'm just on my stream and there's a guy who's a troll. He's an outright troll. He's making fun of me. He's insulting me. So I just clap back at him, and I just happen to look at his avatar.
Okay.
And he has blue hair, and I'm like, dude. You and your stupid, probably said like, you look like a Muppet or something like that, right? You look like a Muppet with your colored hair or whatever. And they actually just said, "Oh, this is strike
Okay,
one."
well, let's not trust the liar. Why don't we just show what he really said here? So I have that here for us. This is the actual words of what Philip said. I will read it for you. By the way, the hilarious part was that the idiot, after he banned him, of course, he was already banned, and then he said this. By the way, the hilarious part was that the idiot, he hung up, made sure he got into another chat room to say he's going to slap the shit out of the 11-year-old. Similar situation here. We've banned him, and now he said this. By the way, the hilarious part was that the idiot actually had his picture of his avatar here on Twitch. He's an overweight, disgusting-looking guy with a blue-dyed beard. He's a complete fucking loser. If you're going to be an idiot in someone's stream chat, at least don't show what you look like in real life, especially if you look like a complete moron. Like, hide that from the internet so we can't also make fun of you afterwards, okay? I will now play that one more time how Philip described it. I believe it was a little different here, though. Let me hear that again, Philip. How did you describe
I
it?
just clap back at him, and I just happen to look at his avatar.
Okay, yeah.
And he has
Clap
blue
back at
hair,
him.
and I'm like, dude. You and your stupid, probably said like you look like a Muppet or something like.
You look like a Muppet. Oh, interesting. I don't
Probably.
see
Probably
that.
said that.
I probably said something like that.
Let me read this again. Overweight,
Your Honor.
disgusting-looking guy, complete fucking idiot. You're gonna be an... I'm not seeing the Muppet part. I'm seeing
I am
overweight.
seeing a confession that I am making fun of you, though. Because you're saying hide from the internet so we can't make fun of you afterwards,
This is-
like I'm doing right now.
This is... What? This seems so weird.
Not very positive. That's not very positive.
Oh, this is a little different. All right, let's see how Philip keeps going here.
Like that, right? You look like a Muppet with your colored hair or whatever. And they actually just said, "Oh, this is strike one against your channel. How dare you like insult someone's physical appearance?"
Whenever
your
he
stream, I'm
says,
like,
how
do you
dare
even know?
you?
How dare you insult someone's physical appearance?
Oh, that's them.
Like, yeah.
It's just say
This is amazing, too, by the way. How do you know
someone's
that's
physical
them?
appearance on your stream. I'm like, how do you even know that's them? It's just an avatar. You know, I don't even know that that's really the person. I'm just making a stupid comment because they insulted me first.
By the way,
Didn't that
want-
comment
yeah.
sort of say, like, don't use your real picture?
Yeah, so yeah, they
So
did
he
say that
assumes
actually.
it's-
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, he said, if you want to be an idiot in someone's stream chat, at least don't show what you look like in real life.
Yeah, that's a bit, yeah.
It seems like he knew that's, or at least assumed that's what this guy looked like in real life.
Now, I just thought of something very serious. Do you guys recall exactly how this dude insulted Phil?
Oh,
Maybe it was
I
something
have
really...
that for. Let me bring that up for you here because
Thank
Philip
you, go
said.
ahead.
I want to get the context, full context here. What did Philip describe what he said as?
You know, I don't even know that that's really the person. I'm just making a stupid comment because they insulted me first.
They insulted me first. Okay, so let's see the guy's one and only comment in the chat, by the way. This was his one and only comment. I do want to make sure that is clear. I'd put money on him not finishing like this, like 90% of the shit he plays. That was the one and only comment he made.
You can't read that shit on YouTube, dude. You gotta turn the
Oh, yeah.
VOD down, man. What the fuck?
Sorry,
you
let
can't-
me
you can't
mute-
let that go on. Let's go out there. What the fuck?
This was this gentleman's only comment that he made.
Guys, lucky I didn't get put out on him for that one. Holy, I'm pissed off now.
Okay, well, let's put him back in there. This was the comment that resulted in this after banning him. Okay, let's hear more, Phil. Go ahead.
But to Twitch, that's like, oh God, you can't do that. The thing that really got me about Twitch,
Yeah.
they don't sometimes would like say,
Okay, well, before he rambles on here more, I have a timestamp here of how Philip described it even right after it happened, which I found pretty humorous here. So, again, I've showed you the comment that gentleman made, and I showed you what Phil said back to that gentleman. Here is Phil in one of those emergency-style videos telling you what happened again. Looking like
This is an emergency. You can see
a
the
dented
angle's totally
vampire or
different.
something
Dude, the
here.
Blinds. The blinds. Look at that.
Whoa,
Rest in peace.
huh?
it was revealed. All right. Now you can make your own judgments. I'm going to give you no opinion whatsoever.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Why I was suspended from Twitch.
I want to hear
from
this.
Twitch this
Go ahead.
time
Yeah.
was because apparently at some point, I don't even know what day it was, because you guys
go
know
ahead.
me, I stream every day, at least, once, if not twice a day. It all blends together. But I know this was roughly in the last couple of days, probably
Yeah,
last
go ahead.
2 days or so.
Uh-huh.
There was someone who came into my stream chat and blatantly insulted me. I don't even remember the insult. That's how often I get insulted in stream chat and everything. I don't even remember what on earth this insult was that this guy said to me. I have no recollection of what it was at all.
That serious then?
Uh-huh.
Oh, if only
And
there was some
apparently-
way of going back and rewatching what you said.
No, we don't have the technology.
That's not possible.
No.
Fuck.
I banned the guy.
Yep.
And
then,
I said, I verbally said I was banning the guy, and that apparently is okay according to Twitch. I even,
Yeah, I verbally said I was banning the guy. Surprisingly enough, that wasn't the thing I got in trouble for. I verbally said I'm banning a guy. Okay, gotcha. Just saying
Being very
words.
extreme.
We're just saying words so you lose the
these
point.
two things are equivalent. Like that's what we're trying to do here.
basically just saying that you're even calling someone a fucking asshole or something like that is allowed on Twitch. That's fine.
Yeah.
But apparently, as I was banning the guy, just listen to what a weird circumstance this was.
Oh, please, yeah, definitely.
As I was banning the guy,
Uh-huh.
I must have hovered over his name in the Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And as I was hovering over his name on the Twitch chat,
Uh-huh.
apparently a profile pic for this guy's avatar popped up. I mean,
How is this any of this apparently, by the way?
So
We're,
much
like,
useless information.
apparently, you did it.
All of that serves to say I didn't intentionally look at him and think, oh, what a fucking weird looking guy. I'm
okay.
gonna insult him now. It just happened by accident, and then my brain said, wow, what a fucking weird looking guy. So I'm gonna insult him.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Now that's not.
and this is how wild this is. You guys are on my streams all the time. I don't know what any of your avatars are. I really don't. I never see them. All I
Irrelevant.
see is your
What?
stream
What
chat
are we
names.
saying this for?
So what a rarity, what an oddity that this would even happen.
I
That
know,
somehow
yeah,
his
how-
stream
how
chat avatar
strange,
happens
Whoa, it's crazy.
to pop up.
Uh-huh.
And it just so happens it has the guy's real face there. So in a moment of weakness,
Whoa. You said
Shocking.
How do you know? How do you know it's really him? But all right. That's Corner Demon's waking up, by the way.
I can't believe people use their actual, like their faces as profile pictures. This is just shocking news to me.
It's nuts.
of anger of
Shit
my
like
own, being
Phil
angry
would
that
never do that, would he?
No, hell no.
this
please.
guy had blatantly
Certainly
come
not.
into my stream
Oh, this guy had blatantly.
chat just to say something really nasty to
honey.
me.
Really nasty to me.
As opposed to saying something really, like coming into my stream to say something nasty to someone else. Like, yeah.
How does he know? How does he know this guy was sitting here going, do you know what? I'm going to go say something nasty to Phil.
This is really gonna get us going. It's gonna
I'm
get
gonna
me
say
banned,
something
dude. It's
really
Deliberately
nasty.
joining his stream as we speak.
I'm intentionally joining his public stream. Okay, he's doing it on a public stream.
Holy
Yes,
shit. Fantastic
I've sent you
Mr.
some
Phil.
corroborating info,
Look
by
at
the way.
Fantastic Mr. Phil's avatar. Is that me with Derek's face? That's illegal.
Oh no, that's
That's
very
not
negative.
allowed.
That's
Go
very
back to the
negative.
Sam one. That's
Yeah,
way
that's
funnier. This one
That's real
sucks. God.
I sent you
Yeah,
a bit
go
of corroborating information.
Oh, please, please,
about,
please,
just about
please.
his ability to see avatars and stuff. Okay.
Okay. Play it before we continue this one or after this one? You're
Yeah,
the
play it.
producer.
It's very short.
Okay.
Very short.
Okay, here we go.
And it's timestamped.
That's what she said about Atlas. All right, go ahead.
Zebra, it's all good. Don't worry. 2 Tig Biddies became a channel supporter with a disgusting icon of boobs. I'll give you about 5 minutes to change your icon. If you keep it, I'm just going to ban your ass. I don't want to look
Okay.
at fucking boobs all day. Okay.
Disgusting icon of boobs.
So clearly you see the avatars very often then, Philip. It wasn't a apparently style thing, okay?
No, apparently that could just have been happenstance that on that occasion it just so happened that this person had deliberately picked a picture of boobs.
Well, if you saw something that you found like primordially like repulsive to your very essence, right? You'd probably be able to like pick up on that like pretty much whatever size they were, right? So
Oh, definitely.
I don't know what to say about that.
If
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't want
yeah.
to get any from the missus about it, yeah.
Definitely not.
This guy had blatantly come into my stream chat just to say something really nasty to me.
Really nasty.
All right.
Uh-huh.
So I'm the victim.
I
here, really.
addressed
That's what we're saying, by the way. That is what we are saying. Your Honor, she was really hot. Incredibly hot. How could I
So
resist?
what was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do?
Was I supposed to not take a picture of her
Why? Yeah,
skirt?
right.
Come on, you would do that? Come
She
on.
intentionally wore a spaghetti strap tank top.
What was I
and knew
supposed to
I'd be
do?
walking by
Please,
that day.
Your Honor.
His physical appearance in a negative fashion. All right. I'm not going to repeat what I said for risk that this would also violate something else. Someone, I'm going to put this. This is a video for
Or some
YouTube.
terms of
I don't want
service
to
that you
violate
agree to
YouTube
use these
standards
platforms,
of what's
yeah.
right and wrong. So I'm certainly not going to repeat what I said. But apparently, I said something.
YouTube standards. He hates that he has to have like checks on his behavior. And I'm an adult. I'm like, be successful business owner. I should be able to say what I want. And he's like, you can, but like just not on YouTube or Twitch. They have policies about what you can and can't say. And you agree to it.
Apparently.
Insulted the guy's physical appearance.
Yes.
All right. So just to clarify,
Yes,
I'm
okay,
actually going
please.
to
Oh, thank God you're going to clarify now.
reiterate what I learned from this phone call. If someone comes into my stream and blatantly insults me and acts like a dick or whatever, or not just me, it might be my girlfriend, it could be anything, right? I have the right to say, I'm banning you, asshole, goodbye, or fuck you, idiot, goodbye. I could do that.
I just left that when I watched that for fun.
But the moment that I address their physical appearance in any way, shape, or form in a negative way, that violates Twitch's terms of service.
Got
Their
it?
new
Okay,
terms of
cut and dry.
service. That just
Seems pretty simple. Seems pretty simple. All right, before you move on here for this one, yeah, go ahead, Steve.
What is it like? Like calling someone an asshole is a matter of opinion, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like insulting someone's physical appearance is something like they may objectively not be able to change.
I mean,
so,
think about what kinds of things are, aspects of one's physical appearance.
Yeah.
I.e. your skin color. Right? Like maybe that's the kind of thing they want to avoid on certain websites. I don't know.
So it's like there's a difference, but like calling someone an asshole is it's an opinion. I might think he's an asshole, and you might think he's a lovely person. But
here's
the
a-
moment we both
an
go
asshole.
like the fucking hairdo though.
I wanted to show like a few, like I went out there to full deep dive into this one. It might be worth it though, because when he got banned here, but a few of the tweets from that time are very funny to me as well. Hey, Twitch support, you suspended my channel. Mid-broadcast. These are all deleted, by the way. These are all deleted. Big ups to the agriculture website for saving these.
Posterity.
Midcast for harassment. I've never harassed anyone, and nobody has ever talked to me about this, including my direct point of contact. What is going on? Can you please clarify? I mean, everything that I say or do on stream is publicly broadcast and recorded. What exactly did I do to warrant a suspension out of nowhere with no notice for harassment? I'm totally lost here, and this is horrible. Looks like I may be streaming on YouTube temporarily. Folks, I've apparently been suspended from Twitch for harassment. Just got an automated email about it. What? When on earth have I ever harassed anyone? I'm totally lost here, and this is incredibly worrying. As you guys know, I depend on Twitch to pay my bills. Not done yet. All deleted.
I'm amazed there were 28 accounts that weren't blocked by him at that point to reply to that.
There are 6 minutes between that first tweet and that third tweet. Like he goes from like denial to acceptance in 6 minutes. That's pretty good.
Folks, right now nothing is resolved, but I'm working on it. I may be streaming later tonight. I have no idea. I may have a discussion. I'm going to eat dinner now. More info coming later tonight. And then finally...
Is that info about his dinner?
No, he didn't say anything about the dinner, I don't believe. But someone said, DSP insulted someone's dude's physical appearance that showed up on stream after banning him. That is exactly what happened. Philip responds with, and wrong. A guy came to stream to blatantly insult me, got banned. Then I insulted his physical appearance. It didn't happen unprovoked. So... because I was provoked, therefore, Air 2, I could basically murder him, and that's fine. I was provoked.
If you were making a joke of some kind, that would be a funny joke to say.
Yes.
No, actually, he came and insulted me, and then I banned him. Then I physically insulted him. That's like that's on the level of like, and all these people think that I'm liars, and rightly so because I have been lying. Like,
yeah.
Guys, the girl was there and she blatantly insulted me, so I left the room. Then I threatened to bitch slap her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I left the room. Hello? Wasn't even in the same chat room anymore. God.
Couldn't even hear it because I tried to mute, but I didn't manage to mute. Actually,
See, if you have a restaurant and your customer is an asshole,
yeah. Go ahead. You can therefore berate them.
That's right.
Okay.
You're allowed to do anything to anybody in your place of business.
As long as you're provoked first.
Absolutely.
Last one on this
Complete
point.
legal immunity. Best Bear will agree.
This is he's talking about this. This is the debunk about this is the decompression after that, and he goes into it again. He's not going to lie this time though, right? He won't. No, he won't.
He hasn't lied once ever, except when he did.
Call out false pearl clutching moral crusades about past mistakes. They casually dismiss your detractors' illegal, harmful behavior as a joke, but they say it's 100% reasonable for you to get canceled and your account suspended for a stupid decade-old joke or roasting someone with blue hair. I am not going to agree with the blue hair thing. That's stupid. Seriously, to make fun of someone with blue hair, you think that that's a bannable offense? That's insane.
Unfortunately, you added way more. Blue hair was a blue dyed beard, and he didn't even talk negatively about the blue beard, to be honest.
No.
It was more about the other stuff, about the overweight, disgusting-looking guy who is a complete fucking idiot, and if you're going to be an idiot in someone else's stream, you should not show what you look like in real life, especially if you're going to be a complete moron. It's more about that, but okay, go ahead.
I don't want to do business on a place.
Yeah.
Where I make fun of someone because they have fucking blue hair.
You did make fun of them for blue hair.
The F-word thing, sure. That I even admitted as it happened. I was like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that word. I was drunk. Right?
I shouldn't have said that.
I shouldn't have said that.
Pussy willow shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, what?
Right? The blue hair thing is the biggest pussy willow shit I've ever heard.
Uh-huh.
If you're putting your fucking avatar on the site, you know, someone can reference the color of your hair, especially because you insulted first. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are we all four? That's schoolyard shit. And like I said, that's why I don't want to be on that
insulted first.
So again, the insult was this. The response was this. Okay, so it's cool if you don't.
Like
yeah. Go ahead.
You know how you have like stand your ground laws and things like that, where like if you are threatened and you respond in self defense, like I feel like Phil understands that at some level, and he's just like applying it to fucking everything. So, I am allowed to like literally violate terms of service by insulting you and demeaning you and all sorts of stuff, as long as you like said I might quit this game first. That's provocation then.
Yeah.
And so, Your Honor, I think I'm allowed to stay on Twitch.
Listen, guys, it's good enough. It's good enough for a kindergarten kid, right? Like he pushed me, so I pushed him back. Okay.
Yeah.
Those rules still apply in adult life. Okay.
Like
Sick of it.
It's like I'm not even here to debate on whether that should be a bannable offense or not. Like that part's whatever. But the endless lying about it is the part that I take umbrage with, and that's why I wanted to show it today, because he's just completely changing the situation and retconning this to the maximum degree. Yeah, I made fun of his hair. That's all I said. He said some nasty shit about me. He didn't really, and you did. So you know what I mean?
It's not even like he's exaggerating what the other guy did. He's making it up out of whole cloth. Like it's just complete nonsense. And he minimizes his participation in it every single time.
Yep.
That business is fucked up. Twitch, that is a complete waste of everyone's time to be over there. Really, it is. It's just so unprofessional. I'm not going to deal with that nonsense ever again.
Right. We take it banned on YouTube.
Is thriving from that.
The second he gets banned from YouTube, he'll be running there.
I love he's having a renaissance right now.
Excuse me, that's a resurgence. Thank you.
Yeah, resurgence, Steve, please.
He also
literally
the fighting game tournament told him.
It's a redemption. It's resurgence. It's a second coming, a renaissance. That's good.
Renaissance, nice. And he literally said that in the email to Tolo. I'm going through a bit of a resurgence. Tolo said that. He said that in the email.
Was it this week that he said that some tournament reached out with him and said, Phil Burnell, you are having a resurgence. Please come to our tournament.
Can you imagine believing an email that says that? Philip Burnell, you are clearly going through a resurgence right now. We'd love to have you. Yeah, we'd love to have you. Phil, come on, guys. Yeah, I'm going through a little bit of resurgence.
Sir King, we have noticed.
Sir King.
Happen to be the eyes of the internet appear to have turned on you in a good way.
Sir
People
King.
now like you.
In addition to an invitation, we would like to offer you a full buy into the finals, please.
You've heard of the black brackets.
Expensive joystick.
Oh, yeah.
Our brackets are wide open. Just come on in.
You can participate as many times as you want. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, Philip had to make some clips. Obviously, this is one of the clips that Philip chose to share.
The title of it.
Is Sir Tolo a DSP detractor? Okay, is DSP a detractor?
Gotcha.
Whose
I
dog is
didn't
that?
remember that at all.
Oh, that's Tolo's avatar. The dog is named Sif. And Philip, like I shared on Twitter, the first tweet that Philip ever did to that gentleman was, "You got a beautiful looking dog. Congrats, man." I am not making that up.
Now you say that in that normal human voice, but you know DSP was writing that in the Jasper voice. You got a beautiful little puppy. Oh.
This
Well, no, the
is
thing is, like, it's just the creepiest way of saying it.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh. Congrats, dude.
Congrats, my bro. That's a big difference. Sorry about that. I want to
My
have journalistic
bro?
integrity. Congrats,
thank you.
my bro. Uh-huh.
I know that you're engaged or something. Like,
This is at 6:22 a.m. his time, by the way. Which again,
At
I'm going to
best,
be as gracious
yeah,
as possible and
best.
assume that's EST, right? So it's
At the very
3:30
best,
in
it's
the fucking morning.
3:22 a.m. his time. That's
Yeah.
at best. At
But-
worst,
and
it's
also, like,
6:22.
Maybe I'm a weirdo, but doesn't this like kind of isn't this like something that you'd like think that some shithead would be like, damn, your girlfriend's hot, bro. Congrats, my bro.
That's what
Like,
I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like for a
Great-looking
car,
dog.
a house, girlfriend, things that you got that you kind of, I don't know, work for, let's say. I don't know if that's the right
guitar.
word.
That's a
Yeah, new
great-looking
guitar.
guitar, man.
Congrats, man. And well, first of all, I wouldn't say my bro. That's the first step. I'm not saying that in any situation.
Met the guy. I never met
My
the guy.
bro. This
bro?
is the first tweet that JSP ever directed to Sir Tolo was that one right there on the screen. If that's not crazy, I don't know what is. And then just a little bit further down the line, this is after Catherine has moved in. So this is 2 years later, and we put this one on, this beauty. Hey, Tolo, what's up, bro? No, he didn't say that. Hey, Tolo, what breed is Sif? I saw a dog during a doggy daycare session at my local PetSmart yesterday that looked just like her, and my girl asked me what breed it was. But for the life of me, I couldn't remember the name. My girl.
my bro.
My
Possibly Google it.
girl, talking about my girl, my girl. There's a song there. All right. Anyways, moving forward positively. Okay. Anyways, back to this.
Like that he took his girl out to PetSmart on the day.
No, not
Window
PetSmart, Steve. My local PetSmart. Get it right.
Doggy daycare center.
Who says
I know
my
all
local?
the cool hangout spots.
We
Let me
didn't-
tell you about the Chihuahuas.
We
They
didn't
know
even
how to
cross state
pie.
lines for this.
Chihuahuas there. Go nuts. Sif would love it, my bro. All right, let's move forward positively. This is a clip that Philip made. It's less than 2 minutes long, which I think is one of the shortest clips he's ever made.
Thank
Go
God.
ahead.
I remember all the auto hosting stuff that happened on Twitch, but I didn't remember,
Yeah.
exactly how it went down.
That was after Tolo completely debunked the story that Philip shared on his announcement that we played earlier. It was not about trying to branch out or anything, Philip. It was an auto host situation, and I also auto hosted a someone known for their huge personalities. You know what I mean? Let's go.
And exactly what you're
Tracts of
saying
land.
Yes.
is basically what's been happening recently to me in the last couple of months. Is
Oh,
that
cool.
people always hear or see the worst of me from
I
either
love that
is
this
how you
is
don't
the
play
clip.
or now.
This is
how
the
I
clip
say
where he's like,
Philip
it's fucking
chose
great now.
this. Philip
You
chose
got the bit
this.
where it's like you're a liar, and instead it's like, let me tell you about how good things are going for me right now. Everyone loves me.
People
Fucking right.
see and hear bad things about me because I put them out.
No. We don't know. Please.
On my
What's wrong with you? It's out of
streams.
context.
Sorry,
What's wrong
sorry,
with you?
my bad.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It's my detractors now are just absolutely ridiculous. They're A-loggers. They literally just sit there.
So, by the way, just again, like you guys insinuated, both of you, right before this, he like cut this clip. It was all Tolo debunking everything he fucking said, just debunking all of Philip's lies. And then Philip said, oh, "Okay, cut this part out. Cut this part out. Yeah, let's start it here. When I start talking about detractors, this will be good. Right here. Yes.
and make the worst compilations that aren't even true. They're completely out of context. They just do whatever they can to make me look like an asshole.
Okay. Yep.
Sometimes
So-
you gotta stop. There are some of them that are like me. Like you would consider me a detractor in a certain sense because I watch those videos. Maybe not now. but
No,
they're-
not anymore. See, you're absolutely right.
Oh,
This,
no,
this is what's happening.
No, not
the
now that
last
you're
ep-
on my call.
Not now.
Not
Come on.
now
No,
that
we're
we're
cool
talking to each
now.
other. No.
Please,
No, sir.
please,
Never,
please.
never,
No.
sir.
Come on. Blah, blah, blah.
I don't give a shit what people watch. You can
Oh, cool.
make fun of me as much as you want.
Oh, great.
Because
We
I've
will.
had
Can we?
way
Cool.
worse- I've had
Great.
way worse than
We
that. I've got
definitely
people
will.
now who are stalking my family members. I've got people who are doing
Members,
crazy shit that
plural.
you should never do to anyone who's a content creator. And it's like, why would I care if you watched a video that made fun of how bad I am at Dark Souls? I think it's funny. I've actually reacted to some of This Is How You Don't Play myself and laughed my ass off because they are funny,
Okay.
So I don't think you're a detractor at all because you watch.
This is a clip from his interview with this guy, and he's taught for most of it.
When you clip an interview, it's like always what the other person said because no one gives a shit about what we say. It's like what the other person's saying. That's the interesting part, right? Like if we're clipping a June
what's
interview,
the title of this video? What's the title of this video?
Is Tolo Mayo a DSP detractor? That's the title of this video.
How would we know? We
have to run a poll.
We haven't heard him speak yet.
Poll in chat.
And
it's like
the vast
this
majority of
video
people.
He's answering the question. He's answering the question himself, not letting Tolo even answer that. Okay.
People who watch me now are people who have seen negative stuff about me, and they want to come see the raw content, and then they realize, hey, just like you found out, Phil's actually kind of a chill guy. He's not really, over the top angry all the time.
Hear that? Hear that?
Phil's actually kind of a chill guy. He's not really.
It is wild that after cutting out all that bit of Tolo going, no, you put words into my mouth. He is literally putting words into his mouth again. Just like you've noticed now, I'm actually a pretty chill guy. I'm pretty cool. You think I'm all right.
Sometimes. Oh, please refer to me, Steve, as my bro. Only my bro for the rest of the show, please. My bro. Thank you. My bro, please. My bro.
My bro.
Over the top angry all the time.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, exactly.
Not when you play fighting games. You're not very chill.
Oh, I know. When I
That's
play
like
fighting
the last
games,
vestige of that old rage.
What a weird reaction.
You know what? That's part of the reason why I do keep it in the rotation because a lot of people like to see the old Phil.
It's all intentional. It's all an act.
And that's really when it comes out. Outside of that, much other stuff, I've really chilled out over the years.
Right. Great clip. All right, Tolo talked about, 10 seconds in that? Really cool. Very cool clip.
How is the implication from that Tolo might be a DSP detractor? Because he didn't agree with what Phil said and pointed out a time that he's wrong?
You tell me.
Does it not make you want to check out the rest of the interview, though?
Oh God, I gotta see what else Philip thinks. Let's go to the next topic, and this is a big one. So there's a certain gentleman that lives in Canada. Snood, maybe I don't know.
Don't look at me.
You might know him. I don't know. Maybe live close to him. I don't know. But there is someone in Philip's community that's been there for almost 10 years now, legitimately 10 years. Philip's known about his antics, has known about the playlists that this gentleman had for 7 years. There's a message that Philip had. I put it on Twitter from 2017 saying, it's not fucked up. What's more fucked up than having the playlist is looking at them and stalking the person to see them. I'll read it right here. Fuck it. It's right here. Yep. The better question would be, it's from 2017. So we know, just so we have all the full context here. I'd love the context. The better question would be, why do idiots like you people go into other chatters' YouTube pages to look at their playlists? Like, how is that any of your business? And why do you care? It speaks more about you than the person who made the playlist actually. So remember, it's more of a crime to look at public playlists than it is to have those playlists on your YouTube. Just keep that in mind. So Philip, yep, go ahead.
I was going to say, someone else said this on someone else's stream, but I'm going to take it, is that, the biggest crime for Phil is to know about something that someone did wrong or to remember something bad, right?
Yep.
Like not just instantly sweep it under the rug.
Yes.
Look, if it happened that long ago, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that they never got punished.
Yeah,
if it happened elsewhere long ago.
Please. All right, so.
Behavior doesn't escalate.
Completely out of nowhere. Completely out of nowhere, random self-felt happened during the interview, and it was here right now.
So, yeah, that's true. Sarah in the chat just said, I had a fan for years who he's the nicest guy in the chat, but I found out that but now I found out that the guy's basically like a pedophile. Like, he's got all this shit on his YouTube channel and stuff. It's disgusting.
Oh, you've just found out. No.
I tried to be nice to the guy for the longest time because he would never break the rules. He would never do anything wrong in my chat.
Yep.
But then everyone kind of campaigned to get him banned. And then finally I got convinced by these people I was doing a collab with to get rid of him.
I got convinced.
I got convinced. Everyone campaigned. That's what it takes. That's what it took to get Derek
what
out.
It takes is being in with Phil in the first place, because nobody else could do this, but Kino could. Kino were on his side, and they're like, yeah, come on, Phil, we'll laugh and we'll felt rich, and be our mate, play some multiplayer, it'd be cool. And then we got you on with the guy who created Kiwi Farms, and the guy who created Kiwi Farms is telling you this dude is fucking dodgy. You do not want to be with it. Get rid of him. Why the fuck are you still having this guy around? The guy who created Kiwi Farms is saying that to you. That's how bad this person was. And you were still like, but he don't break the rules. He's cool in my chat.
He's very, very nice. He's very, very nice.
Yeah, he's very nice. Yeah, he plays golf.
I like that it has to be someone that he respects, not detractors, just the guys who used to call his wife a fat bitch, and also the guy who made the website where his troll is primarily convened.
Yes, that's what it took. Calling, it took someone that called Cat Fat Cat, someone that said Philip is a e-bagger, everything we ever say times 10, Kino said. They were, you saw the Kino content before Philip, the King arc happened, was just like watching a detractor stream. That's 100% what it was, and that it took them, remember, Phil being the king now, it took them saying to Philip, hey, dude, we got to ban him. And it wasn't just saying you should ban Derek. It was 20 minutes of pressure on Philip before he decided to make the change. And you thought that was enough? No, we still have to defend the decision. So let's keep going.
This is the kind of people that get involved in these communities. Like, dude.
Yep.
It's weird. The internet's a
How
weird
do you have to be
place.
convinced? What do you mean? Can you elaborate?
What do you mean? Yeah, please, please. Yeah,
Listen,
please.
It's not like I have any problem kicking, a pedophile out of my community. The problem is,
as long, I'll do it if they break the rules. Yeah. if they don't, if they're nice in chat, I'll leave them be.
If he stops being nice to me. By the way, Derek watchers will recall that, in the weeks and days leading up to the banning event, DSP was getting pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, he was snapping.
Right?
Yeah, he was snapping at him. Yeah, he was saying like, Derek, I'm tired of it. I've heard it before. I think you kind of know it now. But still, rather than give the detractors a win, let him talk. Here we go.
Shown that in any of my streams or content, like I wouldn't even know about this if my detractors hadn't stalked this guy. Like apparently they went to his social media.
Public.
There was public
channel. They went to private playlists. I don't know because I literally have never seen.
That's DDM. That's Dark Dave's Mirror.
Involved with that shit. But I start hearing from detractors. Oh, this guy is this guy is that, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to pay attention to it. I'm not a guy who's going to micromanage and stalk every one of my fans.
It's not stalking.
Someone says something.
You don't have to do every one of your fans, but when this is being brought to your attention as the community manager, Philip.
1,000 people are saying it. If one person says it, if Fantastic Mr. Phil says, hey, check out Snood jaywalked yesterday, I'm not going to care. But if 1,000 people said, hey, Snood jaywalked yesterday, I'm going to look into it. You know what I mean?
People are sending you 50 gifted memberships saying Derek Ip is a PDF and he has a playlist of little girls. Like, look into that.
Yeah, that's one thing you might want to look into.
So it was like my philosophy. Listen, I'm not your dad. I'm not your fucking parent. I'm not the cops. I shouldn't be, going to everyone's social media to see what you're into in your private life and shit. I really don't care. Just don't bring it to my content. I want to know nothing about it.
Okay.
Dude.
Okay.
So
I want to be able to plead ignorance. That's the issue. I want to be able to plead ignorance. I don't want responsibility for this.
Listen, I know you're taking over Europe. I know you've invaded Poland. I know that you're rounding up anybody who's not of pure Aryan blood, but you didn't do any of that in my stream. So I don't care what you do outside of my stream, okay?
And it shows that he learned nothing.
Mr. Savile did a lot of work for charity.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And we shouldn't sully his good name from that.
It just shows he learned nothing and still doesn't even agree with the banning, by the way, because he's going through the same fucking loop he said with the Kino boys. The same exact thing. It's all the same loop.
Are you going to show this clip where he talks about how, like, I guess it's probably going to come up later, but he's like, the detractors, one good thing they did, but that's in a drop in a bucket of a bunch of other bad things. Well,
yeah, I got that.
This is a big drop in Derek's bucket of a bad thing, so shouldn't that taint the entire thing? I don't know.
I have a few problems with that.
Go ahead.
All right, fine.
All right, fine.
The thing about that is,
fine.
all right, stalking people, but in this instance, it sounded like they were doing you a favor. They're saying there's someone who's into like little kids, like that's giving you like that's not stalking someone and being unreasonable. If someone says like this person has pedophilic tendencies, you should probably ban them from your chat. You got to think of like, what if they're DMing other people in your chat? What if they're doing shit behind the scenes? I think you as a content creator, a streamer, however you want to style yourself, has a responsibility to the people who pay your bills to protect them from people like that. I think that if it took you a long time from when they first told you to you banning them, that's a pretty big moral failing, in my opinion.
Nah.
The way I see it, and listen, I'm not going to disagree with you.
I love when he does that. I'm not going to disagree
but-
with you here, but here's why I disagree with you here, okay? You ready, Tolo?
The way I see it is, this is a guy who, I would argue, was probably about a year and a half, 2 years, was in chat and
Would you
never caused a
argue?
problem. And I didn't know any of this shit. And then
I showed you yesterday.
Did you not really? Did you not? No.
Derek's first message about Philip was in 2014. So 10 years Philip has known about this person. Multiple fan arts, of course, from back then. The cheermaker, which Philip even acknowledged. And also, this one I found yesterday, Philip had set up Derek as an auto-host target for his Twitch streams.
No.
Oh, yeah. I'll show it to you if you don't believe me. I'll show it to you right now.
Way.
At the very least, he told Derek that. Now, could it have been a lie, maybe, to appease Derek? But I'll show it to you now. Hold on, I'll bring it up.
all of a sudden, where do you hear it from? Am I hearing it from trusted people? No, I'm hearing it from, like, my detractors are coming in and trolling the guy. And by the way,
and your bots,
they do this with a lot of my viewers. This just happened to be like a bad offender. Like, they'll make dumb shit.
This was just a bad offender.
Yeah, they just got lucky this time. Most of the time, they're just normal people. So.
Just a pesky bad offender. You know what I'm saying, guys? All right.
This is a really bad
pedophilia.
situation.
This is different. You could take 5 minutes to check the validity of this, right?
Yeah.
Again,
that's a big step for me. That's a big step because you're saying that any time that one of my detractors comes in and says, "Hey, just so you know, this person is doing something bad," now I'm supposed to just.
Okay, just because
they're not saying that. He's not saying that at all, Philip.
Derek Loves TSM. Derek Loves WB says, "Hey Phil, may I ask, am I on your auto host list on Twitch? I went live, but I didn't get an auto host alert." Philip responds, "Just checked, and you're in there. But several other people on my host list, Tolomeo, NYC Furby, were streaming tonight, so they may have got it first." Oh, gotcha. Thanks, Phil. Yeah, maybe they got it first. Thanks for letting me know. So in addition to the
him.
yeah,
He's like replying with what Phil said. Sorry.
He's also like text. He's also obviously using Twitter from his phone because every word is capitalized. And back then, like you're texting from your phone, that used to happen.
That was on
maybe NYC Furby's next interview. By the way, that'd be hype. Who's that?
May 3rd, 2018. For all the time checkers out there, so he absolutely knew.
He's 36.
And okay, big ups to here we have some Hate Army sent this here. Big ups Hate Army for this one. We have Darkside Phil, recommended streamers, suggested streamers. Derek Loves Lemur.
Who's that?
Huh? Why would he recommend a pedophile? I wonder. That's really weird. I don't even know. It's so
strange. A bunch of cool people in here.
But top tier rated.
That is a rogues gallery. That's a lineup that you do not want to be a part of right there. Super Lucky Man, Derek, ZK Saint, whoever that is.
And whether or not you can say that Philip knew actually had Philip seen the playlist by now, of course we don't know, but he's been told by probably dozens, if not 100 people by 2018 about it, and has chosen not to do anything. About it. Just chose to ignore it, and even auto-host, and even recommend their fucking stream on his stream. But anyway, let's keep going.
Believe them and go check on every single person. Because what happens is when you give these people an inch, they take a mile. So the first time it happens and I entertain it and I take the step, now it's going to happen to the next person and the next, and they're never going to give up. They're just going to do it.
Same thing he said.
If they're not like, if they don't have curated playlists of little girls, I'm assuming nothing will happen.
Yeah.
You
also,
think.
Eventually it's going
if the next person is a pedophile too, that's a good thing, is it not? Like you don't minimize the amount of pedophiles that you're associating with, don't you?
I'm sad for two reasons.
It's gonna be bullshit. It's gonna be this isn't serious. They're just doing it now to get attention because they realized they got me to react the first time. But I agree with you now.
The first time was a legitimate thing, though, right?
Yeah.
But now I know it was. I didn't know it was at first. It took a lot of convincing from a lot of different people.
Yeah,
and in fact, I had to personally behind the scenes apologize to a couple of people. who were not detractors,
Yep.
did recently tell
The
me
Brian.
about this guy.
Brian,
And I
that's
was like,
Brian.
I don't know. I don't want to give the haters that satisfaction.
There it
They
is.
think that-
He said it again. Like, he watched detractor shit. He knows how much we said, like, wow, it took this much. You don't want to give detractors a W to ban Derek? And he's still there. Mentally, that's the thought. He's still saying the same thing.
And that wouldn't even be a detractor W, by the way. Like,
No.
it would be sort of like an overall humanity kind of W,
Yeah.
right?
Well, it's
And-
benefit for his community, yeah. So, like, who cares if we win or not? This thing is good for you. I know that Tolo brings it up, but it's like, you let this man be in your community. And I'm using man in, like, the widest possible sense of the word.
literal trial.
You let this predator in your community rather than look like we were getting a win. You endangered your community.
And in a way, like, don't you think, like, I mean, probably not for 99.999% of people, but surely there is like one person out there who'd be like, oh, he actually did deal with that. Okay, well, maybe he's not so bad. You know?
Yeah, you
not
get
me,
at least
but-
a smidge more respect. Maybe you wouldn't respect him completely, but you'd at least
Yeah.
be like, well done for that. You know,
Yeah.
that's something. So for the first time ever, it's just like it just reflects badly on you.
Like, what's the cost too? Like, all right, let's say like the evidence wasn't concrete, which it was, but like 10 people are saying they saw something. That's enough. And also, he's a douchebag in your chat, spamming everything. Like, all right, man, I've had enough. That's enough. You know, I'll just trust it.
At the point when you're telling the rest of your chat to mute him rather than getting rid of him.
Like, come
By the
on,
way,
man.
You hate him. You hate him. Like, you're so annoyed by him, and you just want him to leave you alone. Basically, like it's like a win for you too, dumbass. It's like the thing is that like Derek has been around so long that like I remember when Tevin used to call them Dereks instead of wheelchairs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Derek,
Like,
Derek's, yeah. Later,
So-
Derek's, yeah.
This is like a two for one combo for him. Just getting a known pedophile out of his chat and not having to deal with the fucking most annoying person on the planet anymore.
Good comment there, Oscaros. The cost is narcissistic injury, and that's a good way to put it. That's the whole reason we're here. All right, let's get through this clip here.
I'm just gonna take action because they say something about it.
That literally doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
good point,
The
Tolo.
alternative is what? He's a pedophile, and you don't ban him, and that you're
That's
saying
what
here to the
happened.
detractors
Like on
that,
that
but they
one.
would probably be like, okay, well, we don't like Phil. We don't like that he asked for so much money, but when it comes to serious issues like this, he's, you know, because you got to stop thinking about these hypotheticals. Ultimately, you said previously, should I check every time one person says something about my viewers? But before you said that, you told me just now that a lot of people were telling you about Derek, right?
Yes.
I can't trust
one
that
point,
guy.
yes,
Is that a lot of
very
people guy?
recently, and that's actually what
At one point,
I got rid of.
At one
Very
point, yeah. At
recently.
one point, yeah. Okay, so we're kind of you getting the whole shtick here. I want to move on here because it does not end. Obviously, this is 672 has an umbrage with Philip. He wants to shout out here after the decompression stream. Let's go.
672, that's on me. 672 says, you mentioned more than once you would have
Not bad.
taken the Derek issue more seriously if you weren't only the detractors bringing him up, but regulars, including myself, brought it up. The problem is that this is my problem. This is not
The
your
problem is I don't give a fuck about you guys. You're not people that are helping me get more money like Kino Casino. I don't give a fuck about what you say. And don't forget it, 672.
I care more about what the detractors think about me than I care about what you think about me.
I don't give a fuck what you think, 672. Get it
I
straight.
want you to agree with me.
King Jad, this is a good pause. Be a good thumbnail.
your problem. This is my problem. Okay? Basically,
Oh, here we go.
I have to update top super chatter.
right,
It's Rick,
yeah.
correct.
Sorry,
Basically, because
Basically.
the detractors brought it up first, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I can't even type.
That was Dark
Was that a
Dead Man,
diegetic
not-
snort?
Because
or was
the
that
detractors
That was not
brought it
him.
up
That was not him.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That was him, but past hit him, not
Ah, yes,
current.
ah, yes.
Yeah.
Immediately ingrained it in my mind that number one, it's not true because everything they say is false, right?
What a stance to have.
There's a
Everything they
problem.
say is false. The sky is blue? Nope, not really. Detractor said it's blue. Come on.
That's not.
Do you have a
that's
short list
not-
of like things that we were right about? Like Jasper, you had a cat. Somebody called that you had a cat before you announced it. The
Escort.
WWE Champions thing. I think we were right about that.
Escort.
No, technically wrong because while I did have WWE Champions and I did play it to an insane degree, I have more than one account, you stupid
Yeah,
troll.
you didn't know about that one, fuckers. Yeah, that's not even an issue anymore. I admitted it was me.
You know,
Oh, this is
probably someone predicting they were getting married as well. I don't know.
the smallest of derails here, but this is there is an incredible thing. So before DSP was sold the account, before anyone even knew about the account, he was at the VIP top level. The minimum amount of money to get, this is from the Discord of the Reddit, the Discord of W Champions, official one. To get to the top level VIP, it costs a minimum of $38,976. Philip was there before anyone even knew he had W Champions account. That's where he was
I
at
remember
before
this
we
being-
knew.
This was like the fucking bank leaks before the bank leaks were even a thing, right?
Yep.
Like this $40,000 was sort of the baseline that people were giving for DSP spending
Yep.
on this.
That was what. Shout out to Free Ice Cream for posting that on the Discord. But yeah, that's
Have
the
to have
minimum
passed
spending.
$500,000.
Oh God,
At
yeah.
this
From
point.
now,
Look,
yeah.
that's 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
His new account has $1,000 of spend on it. Almost. Sorry, I'm being a troll. He's got $982 of spend on it at this point.
In
So,
like, what, 3
yeah.
or 4 streams?
Yeah, like $200 a night on it at least. But
We
it's
should- we
funny.
should do a
What are we
contest.
doing?
Try to
No,
do the.
though it's funny money. It's just funny money though, so it doesn't
Try to
matter.
do the Hogan reaction, or we should do a contest. That's our next contest. Is do the Hogan reaction, like, you know, that kind of. Anyways, that's more of a addiction thing. All right, here we go.
That's what happens in my fucking head after being conditioned for over a decade to be beat up by the fuck. That's number two.
Go ahead.
The
Yep.
fact that if I had looked into it, if I had confirmed it myself,
Yep.
I'm giving
Mhm.
my detractors ammo to work with future stuff. Like 672.
They might find other pedophiles. Man, come on.
Do you think harboring the pedophile gives any ammo whatsoever? What do you think?
Well, we did make 1,000 songs about Derek, 1,000 tweets about Derek. It was kind of a big thing.
Glad we didn't get a W on that one then.
Yeah, no
I
W's.
looked,
no
I looked
W's.
into it, and it turns out he is a paedophile. Fuck, that means the detractors are right. That's not like that's his first thought.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what he's arguing here. He didn't want to look into it in case it turned out we were right, and he was a pedo, and he had to do something about it.
And I know I said this exact thing already, but like again, like imagine if he just came on the next stream, was just like, okay, I got to level with you guys about something. You know, there's a certain chatter. I'm not going to get mentioned his name. I don't want to talk about him anymore. But just so you know, there were some issues, and we're not going to deal with them anymore.
Yeah.
That is a detractor L. Because then we can't make 7 years worth of memes about that.
Exactly.
Right?
It's over. It's over and done with.
Yep.
Right? Just as if, let's pretend Philip didn't play W Champions, which, you know, we can't do that now. But pretend for a second that he showed his account name and say, see, it's not me. Imagine that if he did that back then.
Massive felting.
You know, we're done. All right, that's it.
You're not having a bi-weekly podcast about his fucking streams anymore, are you?
It's over. It's so over. That's the detractor L.
brought it up, so I'm going to use this as the example, and I
Here
hope
we
you don't
go.
take offense at this.
Okay,
right? 'Cause you
please.
were the one that speak
And
up.
this is it. Hold on to your fucking butts. Oh, I should do the fucking the fidget
The
spinner
Jurassic
build
Park.
up. The fidget spinner build up. Hold on, guys. You're gonna shit out of your ass when you hear this. You're gonna jump out of your pants and shit out of your ass. Hold on,
I
guys.
can't wait. I'm getting so hype.
It's going to be such a good intro for next week's Retro React.
There's older people that when they wake up, they can't even move 2 inches, and you're gonna be moving more than that and stuff. So get ready.
Up about this. So the Derek thing, right? It comes up. It's realized. Okay, I look into it. Oh God, it's true. I banned it. So 672. The next person they go after is you, and they look into your past. Now this isn't true. This is a hypothetical. They find out that 10 years back you used to shitpost online. You used to harass
talking about
women,
Derek.
or you used to fucking do like stupid shit, conservative shit that people don't like now in the common day, in the common climate.
Okay, so all these things Philip is comparing to pedophilia. Okay, so what is that? You shit post online. You do conservative shit. You don't like people, I think he said. All those things are comparable to pedophilia, is what Philip's trying to make you believe right now. It's pretty simple. Don't have pedophilic shit, and it doesn't matter about what people look at your playlist. It's very easy, you know? It's very simple. And I think it doesn't matter what your politics are. No one likes pedophilia. You know, everyone agrees on that. Everyone agrees on that statement, I think, right?
That's good. That's good.
That's the one thing everyone can fucking agree with. You know what I'm saying? But all right, keep going, Phil.
And now they blow it up. Did you know that this guy was this and he did this and this? You know, would you like that? Because you would be the next target. You understand? So because you give them.
Go ahead, Snoop.
Weird thing to say to somebody, just vaguely threatening them, basically. By the way, like, and also that is somewhat. I kind of took that as a little bit of an admission on Phil's part that he knows something about 672 is a little bit off and a little bit weird, and so he's like, "Well, you better watch out, you fucker."
Yeah, it's like, watch out, mate. What about if you were a pedo as well? They'd come after you.
The little inch, they take the mile. Right? So what's to stop them from now to say,
I don't know how he got my college nickname either. That was my nickname in college, Little Inch, but I don't know how he got that.
We want to investigate all these
We've all
people
seen the
who are
receipt.
regulars in Phil's college to see if these people are fucking bad people.
College.
And here's the thing. There's a difference between we found out all the shit about Derek. Correct? We did. And okay, fair enough. But what happens is it's going to happen like what happened to me. Originally what happened with me was, okay. So FYI,
you're stalling quite a lot here, aren't we?
672, which is a certifiable Phil, unironic fan. He says this to this response. In response, by the way, I understand, but if that were true, I dug that grave and I have to bear the responsibility of it. That's 672 talking more logically than DSP Space Gaming.
And responsibly an adult, if I did something that other people don't like, I have to accept that, which is a very foreign concept to TSP. Let's not mince words here. 672 is a massive cuck, by the way.
Yeah. I'm just,
before we start giving credit where credit is not.
I'm not giving any credit. Yeah. Similar to LTG. I know.
Like, we are at that level. We have sunk to that level where someone like 672 is the moral high ground here.
Yes. The similar to the LTG thing, right? Like he's an amazing douchebag too that is not a well-adjusted adult at all. However, he's right in this case when Philip is harassing him. You know what I'm saying?
That's Phil's superpower. Is just anybody you put him next to is you're kind of on that guy's side a little bit.
Your gameplay sucks.
Going through the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Then it becomes your attitude sucks. This is how you don't stream. Then it becomes your business sucks. This is how you don't run a business. Yeah, well, this is how you don't spend your money.
Shout out to Brittany Gates.
Shout out
piece of there as well.
Shout outs to bankruptcy, going into bankruptcy, proving that would be true too if someone made that. This is how you don't do a business, because they'd be right.
No, to be fair, we have to take the L there. None of us could foresee that he had 13 credit cards.
Yeah, that's true. None of us saw that coming. We knew there was a lot.
He surprised me.
That's a Phil W there.
He got the W on us. All right, so he's kind of going through the motions here. I want to go to the one more thing here. Explaining the same thing. If you would have found it. He eventually, though, I think kind of realizes that he's not winning this. And someone else asked about Derek, because Derek was the topic of that fucking chat in Philip's own, not LARPers, Philip's own hardcores in there talking about Derek. Big Papa Phil, by the way, said there's a difference between a sex pest, I think he said, and a sexual predator.
Yes,
there's a difference. And they said, I miss Derek. And some people did agree they miss Derek being in that chat. Not the best look of real fans that are in there. So this is Philip at one point says, okay, I kind of want to be done with this. And he does change his tune very quick.
I don't want to read the whole thing, but basically he's implying, even if Derek is a sex pest.
There you go. This is it right now. I spoiled it.
Even if.
It doesn't mean he's a sex predator. Does anyone have evidence of any of that? I really don't care.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
So forensically, there's a lot of evidence for that, Philip. This behavior tends to sort of escalate unless some sort of intervention is had early on. And there's quite a lot of forensic evidence for that.
I was thinking about this today, but this is Phil not understanding the difference between evidence and proof, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because he says there's no evidence. What he means is there's no proof. There is a ton of evidence, actually, and that's why people are asking questions about it.
Okay, so let's. But as he says this, I'm gonna keep the chat up, see if anything interesting comes up there. King Jad with the
probably not.
recommendation
I
there.
don't want to be
King Jad's coaching the stream here. He coached me. Big ups, King Jad, for coaching.
Oh, look at
I'm
that.
literally not
Barrel
going to go
shroud.
to Derek
You can tell
House's thing.
Ptolemy scans Kiwi Farms, that bacon grease reference is sold. Yeah, because no one outside of Kiwi Farms knows of that bit.
The bacon grease.
And look at his fucking playlists. I'm not going to do that ever. I don't want to see the content. Do you understand? Like, that's vile shit. I don't want to be involved in it.
But it's fine for him to have it.
If people are maybe aware of this kind of shit, and
Ultrasonic Assquake. There is evidence.
there's consensus.
See, when I see
then I'll
that
take
guy's name show up, 420 by the way, when I see that guy's name show up and he's saying something like that's actually factually true, this guy is constantly talking to Jade, by the way. It's the funniest thing to see Jade say at Ultrasonic Assquake, sup you, I have dinner.
action, but I'm not going to be Mr. Detective who's going to be looking to see if you're a sex pest or a sex predator or a sex anything. I don't give a fuck.
But we are still telling you that we are not doing. We are still having our same thought in our mind about this. By the way, if he was not bullied, Derek would still be fucking in there 1,000%. Obviously.
Oh god, yeah. I reckon Derek's still in there. No,
I know.
He's under a sock. He's like being told by Phil, no, seriously, don't say anything.
He got the
Otherwise,
email.
That's it. But,
He got the email, especially hey Derek, you know these two guys they're really helping my business right now, so I got to listen to what they say, but. Just know I still appreciate you being a part of us. Just please don't spam the chat. Use a different name. Come on, Derek.
I'm here to stream and make fucking content. I'm not here to judge this fucked up stuff on the internet. I'm not. I don't care. This is fucked up beyond belief. I'm not going to be involved with this shit.
Yep, I don't care.
You know, it actually pisses me off.
It's your chat. It's your community.
I do not care.
There's people out there that seem to be under the impression that
Piano's
I'm
awesome, by the way.
Internet sleuth and shit. No, I don't.
You don't.
Right?
King Gokin saying the playlist. Blackjack Yak saying plenty of evidence. Snarf saying 400 plus videos of cute little girls. That's not a predator. He's lost even He's lost them.
You know, I'm not
King
going
Gokin,
that far.
Giga
playlist. Yeah, King Gokin. Yeah.
But happily, the situation is dealt with. We moved on from it. I'm not putting up with this shit anymore.
Okay.
Right? I'm just not.
He's still mad.
It's just funny.
He's still mad he had to do it.
Yep.
For how many years?
Yep.
Right? First, it was my detractors for like a year. Then it was other people for like a year. I finally, we take care of the situation. He's gone.
Yeah.
Now we got people in chat. Well, you didn't confirm. Well, you didn't do this. Well, you didn't. Fuck you.
Okay. Well,
See,
I mean,
he's still mad. He's mad he had to do it.
Guys,
but
I
now
live
he's getting
here-
mad at the den heads who are just like, oh, Phil, I don't understand why you did that.
Yep. Now he's mad at them for not accepting blindly that, okay, I did it. Now fuck you, okay? Just like the champions. Guys, I admitted it. I did it. You can't bring that up anymore. I said I did it. Fuck you. That doesn't mean anything.
To the medal's point there. He's not a predator yet.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the point.
Why do you think he got his driver's license? All right, come on.
Really?
He didn't, did he?
Fuck you. You harassed me for 2 years about this shit.
Yeah,
I took the proper action.
Now you're
the proper action.
7 years of this.
When it takes that long to make the proper action.
pressure.
Yeah.
After literally being all but forced to, like, physically had your hand move the mouse over to the band button.
And moaning all the way. Every
Resisting.
step of that. Moaning
Yes.
and resisting and complaining that you have to do it.
And it's really interesting how none of this energy was there when Sir Tolo was talking about this, huh? What happened? Where's this Big King Phil when Tolo said the same exact shit?
Oh, fuck you, Tolo.
Didn't get that
He's a nice
energy,
guy.
did we? Where was that, huh?
By the way,
Shit for it?
Yeah.
By the way, you know, Tolo, it was kind of unfair of Tolo to bring up Derek in the first place, as he did. You might recall that, right? I'm joking. He didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Tolo did bring that out of nowhere, huh? Bring that up out of nowhere, huh? What an
Very
asshole out of
unfair.
left field. Instead, actually,
Hold
Philip
on.
brought it up, huh?
Checking my notes here. Oh, it was Philip who brought that
Philip
up.
brought up the Derek. Oh, shoot. Damn it.
God damn it.
No, you can take that goalpost that you moved and you can shove it up your fucking ass.
There we
How about
go.
that?
Philip,
Man, if he
you're
did-
42.
If he
42
did that,
years old, you
Yep.
needed to be told that removing a paedophile from your community was a good thing to do.
Isn't like saying, yeah, he's a pedophile, but he's nice in my chat. Isn't that the definition of moving a goalpost?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the goalpost has not been moved a single millimeter for 7 years. Ban
all the
him.
way
That's
in.
it. That is the goalpost.
That's the goal.
They were very securely in the field and saying, ban him. That's the goalpost. And where you know what would have made a good interview if he pushed back on this one.
It's an ultrasonic Askquake's comment. Even Cherry Pimps banned him.
Shout out to Mark Dwan. You'd enjoy it.
Crashing his fucking website.
It would have been an interesting interview, actually, if he had this energy when Tolo was actually there. Because if I had any negative thing to say about Tolo, it was that he kind of the moment had kind of passed, and Philip had, you kind of squeezed that lemon as much as he could get. It was kind of out, right? And Tolo went back again. And if Philip had an ounce of backbone, he could have said, all right, Tolo, I've addressed that. I've made my decision. I'd like to move on to other topics, right? But no, we kept bending the knee to Tolo endlessly. But then as soon as a dent says something negative about this, you see what the mood changes, doesn't it? Stop moving the goalpost, ass fucks, or whatever.
To be fair, his backbone is very compressed at this
That's true.
moment right now.
He needs to decompress.
This is the decompression. This is the decompression. So it's in the process of decompressing.
Yep.
Oh, that's why. Right?
Done with the subject.
In decompression streams, his backbone gets decompressed, and he can say shit again. Got it.
That you move, and you can shove it up your fucking ass. How about that? I'm done with the subject. I'm not mentioning the guy ever again. As of this moment, there's nothing else to discuss. If something like this ever comes up again, all right, we'll have to deal with it on a case-by-case basis, but I'm not wasting fucking time on this topic anymore. This is a waste of everyone's fucking time. Okay?
All right. Well, let's check out the videos on DSP Gaming here. Well, he definitely going to talk about that. He's not going to put this in a clip, is he? Well,
Why would he?
Do that,
That'd be
right?
ridiculous. It makes him look horrible.
The topic is over, right? So let's see that real quick.
And also, he did say specifically that I'm never bringing it up again.
Yeah, this is my final statement. Just like Side Scrollers was my final statement, and the June documentary is the final statement, and my reaction to that is the final statement.
It's like a Final Fantasy kind of thing. It's sort of like a joke. It's like an ironic thing, right?
So Tolo Mayo hard presses DSP on his handling of that person with an exclamation points
in the quotation marks.
Idiot. Yeah.
By the way, like he wrote, like the manga enjoyers will appreciate this, but that seems like a weirdly like Japanese like phrasing of that, huh? He handled that person. You see that, like it was that thing.
That thing, yeah. Like translating it into English kind of style. But this is a funny comment. It's so out of left field. I don't know you or what you do on this channel, but I genuinely mean this. From one man with bad facial hair to another, the goatee has got to go, bro.
Who is this? And he let this one through? Hello?
Yeah, this is Obscure Balls, and it has 3 upvotes.
Classic.
I need to give that guy an upvote.
And like, see, here's a dent here. The worst part about this is that now the detractors know that all it takes to get Phil to ban a long-standing member of the community is enough accusations, because he admittedly never even looked into it to confirm the validity of the accusations. It's also extremely disappointing to see someone who has been a long-time target of some runaway slander libel, not the least of which being accusations of pedophilia, ultimately buckle under peer pressure from the same group of people who stalk, bully, exaggerate, and outright lie to him. This is a pigmatized individual.
No, that's an inverse LARPer. This is an inverse LARPer.
Yeah.
He's someone who's trying to make Phil feel bad for his decisions. Now,
I got you.
Like,
yes.
It's so funny how many facets there can be to trolling him. You can agree with him. You can disagree with him. Or you could disagree with him in a way that's going to piss him off.
I want to see what's the overall vibe of the interview comments. Let's see.
That comment carries on. Oof.
Oh yeah.
The Obscure Balls comment carries on.
Yeah, he keeps going. Yeah, so let's get the interview. Stream clowns DSP during live stream. What a humbling.
God, that's savage.
Oh my God. Steam
I'm not
DSP? Oh, because a pop-up happened in the middle of the game. He is.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Yeah.
Is that trying not to use felt? Because that's clearly a place he would use felt, right?
Oh no, dude. We got the line. I guess you have to have Steam open to play games on it, and it's like, oh my fucking God. This has been your one job for like 17 years.
I will say also that there was I think he did say Keno once during the interview, but there was a time when he was directly talking about Keno Casino, and he chose not to say their name, which before, when he's bringing them up, he is quick to drop that Keno Casino. You know, it's just like breathing. He says Keno Casino, and he definitely did not bring them up a few times when he was talking about them, but he chose not to say their name. I'm not looking too deep into it, but just something to think about.
He didn't want to give Tolomeo the chance to say, so what, because people that you are pretending to be your friends, like said it, like not this millions of other people.
Yeah, that could be too. Yeah.
Dog in frame.
That's Tolomeo. Come on, that's Sif. Congrats, my
Phil
bro.
can edit now. So
yes,
he's learned how to put layers on things and clips. So
Phil put this in here.
Or
probably used OBS.
His other editors, who are other editors, you know, whoever they may be. But anyways, we can keep, you know, that's the story of the interview. I felt was those two topics, in addition to Tolo totally retconning Philip's lies. But again, this is one of the, I think Sam's tweet said it best, right? Where it was like, I don't want to steal it from him, but he said, his exact tweet was, DSP, you should probably stop doing interviews, but please, for the love of God, don't. And that's exactly I feel, because
couldn't agree more.
He has no ability to run an interview. He has no questions. He has no idea where he wants to go with an interview other than felting the trolls. That's his only goal of every single question, is to, how can I blame this on the trolls? And when something else is brought up, how can I blame trolls for this? Whatever the guest brings up. And it's really incredible.
It was so funny how when he clearly realized that he had lost control of the interview, he kept trying to like bring it back to video games. So like, oh, what's the viability of playing multiplayer in a Souls-like game? In your expert opinion, Sir Tolomeo? Go on.
And when you're interviewing people, if you don't, I don't want to say control, it sounds like you're controlling. It's not the word. But if you're not like running the interview down its course, right? Like you're the one in driving the interview. Yeah, that's the best way to say it. The other person is also wondering about where to go. They kind of get lost. And especially when someone that streams and stuff, you often see that they will try to take control of it, because you're doing a show, you are driving this car of entertainment down the tracks. And if you kind of can feel when we're lost, and if you get lost, that's the worst thing to do. It's like, all right, the audience doesn't know what to do. Where are we going? And when he does, Phil loses control, which he does in every fucking interview, except for basically Keen, because they were driving the same place. You see what happens, and that's when dangerous shit happens. Like when Tolo said, I want to talk about this other shit that's more interesting, you know?
And again, neither of them knew what the point of this interview was at all.
Yes.
So, like, he was just looking for something to talk about at all, because Phil didn't tell him what this was going to be about, why I'm interviewing you, what you should talk about.
A counterpoint to that, because it's very, very clear what Phil is looking for from these interviews. He's looking for someone to go, you were right. What you believe was right. Your trolls are despicable, and you should have been far more successful, and you deserve more fame and a bigger dick and all that stuff than you got. So he just wants someone to validate his delusions, and he wants that sort of social interactions that come with friendship that result in you getting nice feelings from your friends because they're happy to be around you. And he's just got nothing. And he's so insecure and so lonely, so scared.
I felt like
this
was like an inverse Craig interview, where the interview with Craig was designed to ambush Craig with like a confrontation. This was designed to be like a surprise apology to Sir Tolomeo. And so we'd be like, whoa, I guess you really aren't such a bad guy. Wow. Well, would you like to collab on my next stream? You can come on my stream and we'll play Street Fighter a little bit, I guess. You can teach me.
It's just... Yeah, it's wild how Philip didn't do an ounce of research on this. Like, you know, because like the videos are on YouTube. DSP and Tolomeo, search it. They're there. They got shit that explains the situation, but he just had his own memory of it and went into there and made himself look like an asshole right from the start. Makes you put you right on the back foot, right? When he says like, actually, that's not what happened, Phil. And then it's on the back foot, and then it kind of leads to where it went, because Philip can't take control back. He's not getting the wheel back. So we started around this way where Tolo said, actually, that's not what I remember. And then we kept on going down what basically was the same thing a detractor would talk about. Of course, we'd add more topics, but it was talking about things that Philip did not want to talk about. And he would not want to talk about Derek. Are you kidding me? He don't want to bring that up. But
Absolutely
me, he did bring it up though.
Well, then he did. Then he did actually.
But that was when he was kind of forced into it because he was trying to think of examples of how he changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was like, "Here's how I changed."
To find a redeeming quality in himself.
Yep. Here's something redeeming.
Quality was, I banned a pedo.
After
Like,
being
well,
forced to.
fucking congratulations for meeting like the base level of expectations from humanity.
I do
Well
stuff
done.
that no one would do. Okay, I only tolerated a pedophile in my chat for 7 years.
This is my renaissance, my resurgence. I'm doing well now because I kicked this person out of my community after 7 years of leaving him in my community and possibly endangering them because I don't want to do it. It shouldn't be my responsibility, even though it's my community and I'm the streamer.
Well, I do want to do it, but I can't because my enemies might get a win.
Please,
might be happy
please.
about it.
And I will say, like we all know,
it just took too long to get his parents' credit cards back. If only then, if only you'd gotten them quicker.
Like we know the Keemstar interview sucked, but the Keemstar interview set this whole thing up. It set Philip up for reaching out to people and talking to people, and every single time he interacts with anyone, it comes out to be gold dust for us. So I praise Keemstar for that interview he did with Philip. That was horrible, but holy shit, man, we are still feasting based on that interview. Just blowing smoke up his ass. Thanks to Kino Casino and Keem. Yeah,
we have the side scrollers to thank for that. I think still.
Yeah.
It's gassed him up a little bit that he got a win over Craig a little bit in his mind, and now he's off to the races.
Well, we'll see what happens next. Next interview is going to be next month. I think there's some rumors. It could be Brian. It could be someone else. We'll see what happens there. We know a few people have ghosted him. So we know Maximilian Dude has ghosted him. I believe
Justin Wong probably has.
Justin Wong. We know he's reached out to Justin Wong. Asmon Gold has ghosted him as well. So he's getting ghosted by a few people now. And for doing Tolo, no shade on Tolo, who did a great job in this interview. I don't know how many people are responding positively, if you know what I'm saying.
Wings and Boogie, I guess.
Oh, Wings and Boogie, yeah, definitely. That'll be great.
Soon we'll have enough for a tier list. At the end of the year, we should do the tier list of his interviews.
Definitely.
Oh,
yeah. There you go. Mudahar, yeah. Mudahar as well, but we'll see. All right, my friends, let's read the contributions here. Big ups everybody for hanging out. I want to say, Joe Dub in the house says, do you operate a household, Dale? Apartments don't count.
Correct.
That would be funnier than what Philip could come up with, Joe Dub. So you already trumped Philip. Philip says, like, yeah, you get your Dollar Tree stuff or whatever. All right.
I've got a podcast.
Yeah.
Remember when DSP was insisting that his condo is a house and not a condo? So he can't use that. You can't use that.
Yep. Big ups Tony T, who says, my favorite LT line is, that shirt is screaming. Big ups Tony T. Yeah. That shirt was fucking screaming too.
Yeah.
ES says, what it was about to say with Cat, oh God, ES. ES always, I gotta read ES's ones first. Yeah. He says,
so it's a troll. I'm not acknowledging it.
He's a troll. He's a fucking, well, he's not a detractor. He's a troll. He says, with Cat, you have to be on top. Thank you, ES.
Absolutely. Well,
not in 2018.
For your safety.
Not in 2018. Debunked.
You're gonna make me come.
Or else. Your butt. Not in 2018. Debunked. Lost in Technicolor says, he looks like he was carved out of belly fat. He's talking about the fidget spinner video. Big ups. Cubeside Phil says, when Phil is in bed with his wife while she's sleeping, he's watching LTG and thinking about his setup. I'm gay, I'm totally gay.
So we're watching Kino Casino while we're in bed with Kat. We're DMing LTG while we're in bed with Kat.
You're saying too much. There's no Cat in bed with him. You know that shit. Right. Yeah. Come on. Harleywood says, the amount of autism I may or may not have is not pertinent to you, Philip. That's correct. I mean, he's just using it as a way to kind of, again, group us together, which Tolo didn't let him do, just like June didn't let him do. You know? Meth Bear says he spent more time on that setup than he spent having sex. Correct. Correctamundo. The pasta maker says...
I'm just processing that. Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah, it is. The pasta maker says, Phil is the only case of a person giving themselves autism. He self-imposed isolation, and it has been so damaging. No one could argue that, the pasta maker. If you don't have any friends,
Completely
it's
agree.
kind of hard to be normal. Even if you don't interact with humans, I should say, it's pretty hard to be normal. And as you
I
can
mean,
see,
look how far out he had to go to get somebody who would say, "Yeah, I'll come and talk to you for an hour."
And
And
that-
go like to Ptolemaeo. There's nobody
that
else.
person was like, what do we do? What do we do? What is this for?
Oh yeah. We played like we were gonna play Monster
Oh
Hunter
yeah,
at one
yeah, I
point.
remember you.
Yeah.
I remember you.
Oh yeah, you like lied about me and maligned my personality.
Yeah,
You were a bunch
yeah,
of your
yeah,
crazy
that's-
stalkers. Okay,
I got
cool.
that.
Oh, your fans, you mean? Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Dissension says the fidget spinner reminds me of the Blazing Saddles scene with the paddleball toys where the governor couldn't figure it out. Mine's defective. I have not seen Blazing Saddles. Dude, have you?
That sounds like a lie to me, but I have seen Blazing Saddles. Yes, I'm over the age of 25.
The joke, I know about that movie, and I know the joke is there's a black guy that is the mayor because from Robin Hood Men in Tights mentions it. That's the only reason I know it.
Now, that's a great movie. Now, that's a great movie.
Robin Hood Men in Tights is...
Potentially contentious opinion, but Spaceballs is the superior Mel Brooks movie.
I agree. I agree with that 100%.
I didn't see that either. I got to see that one. I made the theme song, but I never saw it.
For an old guy, you don't watch a lot of old movies, do you?
No. I'm too young. Some Gator says, burn so many bridges he has to try and save face with people this far back since going forward can't happen. Absolutely, some Gator.
That's it.
That's how far back
that's
we
it.
have to go. Aid Robertson says, big ups, that being said, and Tractor Beam, the BS continues. From Aid and Becca. Big ups, Aid Robertson. Legends. ES says, I
Is
want
that
the
a hybrid cat, or is it run on just electric?
He is on electric, unfortunately. He's getting up there, too. He hasn't seen Blazing Saddles either, by the way. ES says, I want the Cat and Jasper interview so badly. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wishful thinking. That's all I'm going to say. It's not going to happen. And I don't think she would even say anything, even if we had questions to ask her.
No,
She's
you
not
don't
a very
have to answer
outgoing
this question, babe.
She's not an outgoing person. But
What
go
sort
ahead,
of things
Snip.
do you like, honey?
You like games, don't you?
You know
like
how
watching
she
movies.
it'd be like,
anime, yeah.
I like Skyrim. Oh, okay. What do you do during the day? I play games. You know, that's kind of she's not a very content creating style person, let's say.
Now, people have been asking me what your favorite food is, and I have no idea. So could you tell the audience, like, answer some of these questions so I don't have to? Thank you, honey.
Tony T says Count Greasula. And I'll give that a 5 out of 10. Solid 5 out of 10.
good.
5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Pigpen Lord of Dirt says Tolo's no fucks given attitude put Phil in the back foot. He kept trying to get Tolo to sympathize with him. Big ups to you all. Also, ALT isn't old. Now, that's one I can agree with. Pigpen Lord of Dirt. Thank you so much. You appreciate that. Not a troll.
Yeah, get them up. Get it banned.
Dissension says Defoe, I'm having a bit of a resurgence myself. Big ups, Dissension. ES says PetSmart equals free zoo for cat, and I wish I could say that's not true, but you're probably right because that's a way cheaper zoo, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Hate Army says, anyone know if Super Blind Man is going live again? Hate Army, you're going to hell. It's very toxic. Iwamoto says, got him to react after 6 months, 6 years of pulling teeth. Yep, it took that much, but yeah, don't talk about it anymore. Don't call me out for it anymore, assholes. Dumb fucks. Trent Brown says, if certain allegations about a certain panda are to be believed, well, you know what they say about birds of a feather.
Still maintain is Phil's source for a certain type of material that you might enjoy
I don't
when
know
the
about that.
camera's off.
I think what's a lot more likely is that, this chronic masturbator that everyone hates, Phil might, sort of identify with certain aspects of his personality a little bit. And maybe he's like, well, I wish someone was out there for me the way that I'm there for Derek. Like I've said forever that Derek is sort of like social currency for Phil, and that, like, look how nice he is to the very clearly regarded, right?
There could be something to that.
Yeah, I think like he just thinks that it's like, well, look, at least they're nice to this like pedophile, right?
I'll say,
stop making fun of me.
Like, I know the tourist Kino watchers or whatever, they don't care about this, but the real fans of Philip, I do feel there's an aspect that they like Philip because they see a little bit of them in him, right? The down on his luck dude that fights back. But the more interviews he does, the less he's like that. Because he is just bending the fuck over for everyone that talks to him. Everything they say is correct. Every single thing.
And I mean, that should suggest even more, because like the only thing that Phil loves or cares about is himself, right? So if he sees himself in Derek, that would be really the only reason why he would care enough to defend sweep for him for so long. My humble opinion.
You know how like June and stuff was saying like just straight up saying like, yeah, Phil, you lied a lot in that one. So like it feels like, yeah, you're right. And then Tolo was like, yes, I don't really agree with that. You had him in your community for so long. He's like, oh, you're right. Just letting everything people say is correct, and he doesn't stand up for himself at all. Yeah, unless it's Craig who has to be that direct, and say, go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm. With Craig, though, it's like he had the previous antagonism towards him because of the decompression stream they did. But for like most of that, if Phil goes, okay, you're right, then that means that this person stops pressing him on that issue because Phil has just acknowledged that he's right, and then they move on. So Phil doesn't have to put up with it anymore. It's just another way of doing it, because you will notice that when he does that, he doesn't actually go on to change.
No.
Then. Yeah, I've really changed, so stop saying it. Yeah,
he's fessing up, okay, and that's enough. I've fessed up.
Yeah. So stop talking. But yeah, I should say that I don't think his actual fans care. You know how that goes. They're not really. If they had the sense to see things, they would not be there, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, most people don't want to get berated about money every 5 minutes, but if you could put up with that, you probably put up with a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? Movie Sign says, let's not forget that Phil only capitulated due to the threat that he was going to lose the money from the Kino Casino dents, and that is really the only reason why he made a change, is because he was scared of losing the arc.
Anyway. So.
Yeah. Fantastic Mr. Phil says, ain't no party like a Derek party. DSP said probably. Who's poppin'? Says Phil the PDF Pied Piper. That's a good skit too, maybe.
There's a very high, percentile of them in his chat. Apparently.
ES says, by Phil's definition, Sydney Sweeney ghosted me. That's true. She did ghost us all. She ghosted me too, unfortunately.
Don't worry, man.
I think it's happened so many times. Hosky says, Phil interviewed Tolo thinking he could claim whenever and whatever, and he wouldn't remember. Then, when the receipts are presented, it's those darn toxic detractors, and that basically is the TLDR of the whole interview. Right? Yeah. Oh, that's not what happened? Oh, okay. Yeah, but detractors. Yeah, but detractors. That's it.
He is desperate to find someone who doesn't know that much about him. That's all. The only people that he's interested in interviewing is the people who he might be able to manipulate.
That's kind of why I think he brought up that fucking Asmongold clip, and he spun that shit to fucking back. You heard that? Oh, yeah. I didn't talk shit about Asmongold. He was making fun of memology. And everyone in the comments said it, at least even his own watchers were saying, Asmongold was making fun of you and didn't say anything about making fun of the memology clip. But all right, you go off. Live your truth.
It's almost like a decade of isolation makes you unable to pick up on social cues.
Yep.
Being a raging narcissist.
There. Yeah.
Being a raging narcissist sort of impacts your perception on things a little bit, huh?
I have to make a note of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Beth Bear says, Phil's interviews are like a woman who cheated multiple times, expecting her friends to support, defend, and forgive her intentional mistakes. And that is a good way to put it, Beth Bear. He expects support because I'm a king now. Don't you know, Tolo? I'm having a resurgence. So you agree with everything I say, right?
If Phil was a chick, he would be Amberlynn Reed. Unquestionably.
Oh, they are, guys. I know some people are just, watch Amberlynn, really dude. It's incredible. It's incredible how similar they are. It's amazing. I promise. I thought it was stupid too. Like, I don't watch Amberlynn. Who cares? Once you get into it a little bit, it's the same fucking people. The same mind is in there. Except Amberlynn doesn't beg. That's the only difference. But she treats her fans like shit. She lies like shit.
Called your hippie grandma. Great detractors for Amberlynn.
There you go. Yeah. Lamotica says he went from the jerk off guy to the PDF defender.
All right.
I'm like, we're not quite there yet, but we're on the way, right? Meth Bear said Phil acting like a Redditor defending Derek.
I thought that said Predator. That's right.
Redditor. NWO News says Phil's the expert on sex pests. He jerked off on stream. In front of thousands of children. And in front of Jamie.
He's very annoyed by sex too, so that's what's pestering him about it, right?
When you're not getting it that much.
Well, pesky sex.
All right, my friends, that is it for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you again on Sunday, and I'll let you know about what we're going to do on Sunday. So there's an idea that we might try to watch the interview, the wrestling interview, or not. We might try to react to it if it's already out. We'll see how we feel. No promises, but we will be here on Sunday. That's all I can promise you. We'll be here on Sunday. Husky says there's an Amberlyn stream reading Wings and DSP super chats. Yep, I played that on WPIG before. Where I think she says the person donated and says like shout out to DSP for playing a mobile game. I can't remember exactly, but they got her to read it, the DSP thing. But anyways. Any final words, Snoot? Anything you want to shout out? Are you streaming this week? I know last week you canceled and causing the sadness of thousands. Will you do the same tomorrow?
Well, I mean, I've completed all my World of Warcraft raids through the week, so I do have free time on this weekend. I will. Detractor Beam will return in full force. Me and Indrid Cold Saturday. Same. I don't remember what time it started. I think it's 1:45. I think I don't really remember, but yes.
And real quick, a lot of people are asking, what sock account will you use for your tips tomorrow?
It's going to be a similar uppercase C, uppercase U, uppercase M. Insider is the name of the sock account that I've.
Okay, that'll be fun. I'll look forward to those. Steve, how we doing on the video? I know you're working hard on that thing. I know it's getting closer and closer to finishing. How we doing?
It's also getting closer and closer to 9 hours. Yeah. Although I've had to like the very last bit. I've got one last clip to sort of like do a bit about, and then a couple of segments to tidy up. And it's so big that I'm going to have to split it into chunks and edit title cards in. So there's a bit more.
Back in the day when Titanic came out, like they put that on 2 VHSs, right? You can do that too now, right?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
Right? And that gives you time to do the end part if you release the first part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could do it like a Lord of the Rings thing.
There you go.
Pieces. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's comprehensive, though. Don't mess about. When I say comprehensive, I mean it. But yeah, it's one of the. It's just like this. It's like just so many retcons along the way that I just kept finding more and more. The more you look into it, the more he's lied about and contradicted. So it just ends up growing.
You must have to go back and re-edit shit because it's like, well, now this is no longer valid because of the having admitted to this, this, and this lie. So.
All right, my friends.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain sometimes. Look back for the old bit and think, oh, fuck, he said something later. I've got to edit that back in now. And then everything's out of sync. So
that fucking timeline.
Get there.
God, that fucking timeline.
I know it's a mess, isn't it? It's a
God.
mess.
I like 3-minute videos. Timeline gets messy when you get 9 hours. Like, oh my God. But anyways, you're all legends. Thanks for chilling, everybody. And we'll see you on Sunday. Bye.
Bye.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups. I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats 'cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me, and a family, Jasper, and you know, the things we get to do together. You know, I definitely want more time with them and more family time, but I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously. All those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. And basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. It was, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. Like, I'm happy with who I am. I actually don't think clicking like on a live stream helps at all. So it really doesn't matter if this stream gets 100 likes or 2. I don't think it affects it.
This dude's doing strings! Wow.